I know, that's
You
fine.
turn on your microphone.
That's fine.
You too? You too?
I had nothing to say yet.
That was
It doesn't
That was a
matter.
spy plane. That was a spy plane. That was a spy plane years ago, YouTube.
Completely irrelevant, at least for the time being. Yes?
Stick.
That is Chewy is my personal favorite thing. It's always a little... They're making these cheaper. This
Well,
isn't...
they have to offset the cost increase of the 64 gigabyte stick. That's how big that is.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a 64 gig stick.
You realize that this little son of a bitch can hold more than what they used to build the space shuttle?
Dude, my digital watch has more processing power than the first space shuttle.
It just... I'm an old man. Shit. And there's the roof. Smoke.
You want to close that one?
It's starting to shift a little bit. I just... Hokey smoke, Bullwinkle. Alright, let's try this again. Hi!
Hello!
The squirrel cam is up and running. A little slow. Well, maybe not. I can't tell.
Yeah, it is.
It's moving. John's moving. Can't help it if you've got rigor mortis stuck in you. You've been sitting in your truck here.
Okay, folks, enough of bullshit. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Braveheart. 88.7 FM, Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, the small station with a big mouth. And for the first time in a while, not one, not two, but three big mouths, the original, the Three Stooges of the Apocalypse, are all in the studio at the same time, which means anything can and will happen. Things could take a turn. If you've never been here before, you're killing the wrong fucking night.
I promise to be on my bestest behavior.
Bullshit! I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. Oh God.
I have to, they say you have to lead by example.
Well, you ain't it.
There's too much. And once again, 6 different things came to mind. I can't follow any of them because they all scattered in 4 minutes.
They're all competing for space.
Shut up! I actually felt kind of good. That's not good.
There shouldn't be too much problem in that competition because we all know there's lots of space up there.
The final frontier. Anyway, fuck all of you. I am your host, Michael Wagner. I'll be with you here for the next 3 hours here on our Saturday get together. It is Saturday, July 26th, year of World War 2014. I can't believe July's almost gone already.
I can.
I can't. I haven't done a damn thing with this summer at all.
I've been busting my
Well,
house.
you've been running all over the place, and you're the one that's not supposed to be, you goofball.
It's keeping me young, fit as a fiddle. I can run circles.
It's gonna be one of them nights, man. It's gonna be one of them
I can run
nights.
circles around
He's
the
testing
player's
us.
hand.
He's testing us.
Are we gonna take the bait?
Yeah, of
we
course.
always do, yeah. Sometime during the show.
Of course.
Look at him reeling in.
That's why at this stage of the game, it's like, gotta watch him every freaking minute. Because he'll sneak something in, which is his wont to do. We'll never see coming. And it's like, son of a bitch. That asshole over there, sitting across as always, my friend, brother, and the founder of Braveheart Radio, Mr. Daryl Civic.
I resemble that fact,
Yes, you do.
their description, whatever. Just ask the federal government.
I'd love to know if they're still watching you.
They are. They have to be.
Not necessarily. They got a lot of shit on their plate right now. They got a lot of shit. Of course, it's all their own fault. But they got a lot of shit on their plate right now.
Yeah, sure. Go after
So-
them. Go after them pigs, the hairy. Yeah.
I don't know where you're going. Hold the thought until it's clear in your mind.
That might be forever.
Smoke. That scent
the
in the
feral
air
pigs
is
obviously.
a smell of frying logic circuits. Sitting to the left, as one might expect, is comrade political officer, my friend, brother, and the computer tech guru here at Braveheart Radio, Patriot John, Mr. John Weber.
Hi.
The seal of approval.
Well, there's nuts in a vice.
Yeah, I think so. That's a big air balls.
That's a big vice.
Well, he's got a lot of vices anyway, so you know. All right. I gotta get some caffeine in me. This is just not good. It's a little warm in here today.
Special message.
You want to go right into that?
I want to go right into that.
Okay.
I got to get it off my chest.
John has a message. Hold on. The following is a public service announcement from Braveheart Radio. Here is our station tech guru, Patriot John, Mr. John Weber.
Coming in to the show, local listeners will get the landmarks in the area. I was coming down 102. A Vernon Township police officer was going the other way. He passed me, turned around, and began following me. He ran my plate.
Were you doing anything untoward?
No,
Oh, you said.
I was within the upper limit of the 5 mile an hour, that were allowed speed limit.
You were taking advantage of the leniency.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, they're forced leniency.
Indeed, but still in all, it is leniency.
Here in Pennsylvania, for those that don't know, the law allows 5 miles an hour due to the variances in speedometers.
Exactly. And the calibration or lack thereof of their speed equipment.
Right.
How's that saying go? 5 is fine, 6 you're mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, and I could tell he was running my plate because all police vehicles now have computer, laptops in their
Certainly.
vehicles.
Certainly.
That they can do all their own mischief. And I could tell he was running my plate because he would be looking ahead, then he'd look down, then he was close enough to me, I could see him doing this. He'd be looking at the road, he'd look down, he'd look at the road, he'd look down, and the whole time, it was like he was texting me.
Isn't it illegal to watch television while you're driving?
Pretty much, unless you're Popo.
Ah, I forgot privileged class.
The privileged class.
What privileged class? I keep forgetting. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay.
No, he was clearly fishing. He was looking for something.
It must be short on speeding tickets or traffic violations.
It's the end of the month. He's
It's
got a
the end
quota.
of the month. Never mind.
Yeah, well, this
Anyway,
is the
yeah.
26th.
This message is to the Vernon Township police officer that was driving the Ford SUV police vehicle. You ever tailgate me that again that close, I will flick a booger on your windshield.
With a good possibility of hitting.
And I got some nasty boogers sometimes.
It's really more than I needed to know.
Yeah, but he needed to know that.
It won't make no difference.
The word booger. Well,
Because he
just-
probably won't be
just-
the one to have to clean it off. It'll be some
Oh, yeah.
that he can work out there.
Probably.
Also,
Hey, Proby!
yeah. Also, on the way, just before the incident with Popo,
Yeah.
I was behind a vehicle. It was a minivan, beige in color.
Completely nondescript.
They're probably listening. They pulled into the Marathon station at 98 and Harmonsburg Road.
Gotcha.
Okay. They had a Braveheart sticker on their back window.
Indeed!
Yes.
I didn't know there was still some of them out there.
It
The vehicles that have them should have rusted away by now.
It was a newer. It was like the one we have on our website. Or not the one we have on our website. I'm sorry, the one that the Hagmans made for us.
Wonder where he got them made of.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, hold on.
Me three.
The Hagmans made us some bumper stickers.
Well, they didn't. No, it was a
Oh, wait a minute.
It was a picture.
Yeah.
This one.
Oh,
This is the one they had on their window.
Then they must have printed it out and made them themselves.
Yes.
Well, kick ass.
well, if you are listening,
Thank
folks,
you.
Thank you, and make us some so we can pass it
Yeah,
on.
if I'd had the time, I'd have pulled in behind them. They probably would have thought I was a stalker. But
Can't stop stalking.
if I'd have had the
Every
time,
minute, every day.
I'd have pulled in behind them and said, "You listen to Braveheart? Oh, cool. I listen to them too. Matter of fact."
You listen to Braveheart? Yeah, why? So I can see that happening as well. You got a problem with that?
No, you.
I'd love to see that just once in a while.
Because you listen to me.
Well,
You know.
it hasn't happened in a while, but I have had people come up and say they've recognized my voice because of the show. And then we'll get into a conversation over something, and they'll look, do I know you? I don't know. Do you?
I've been on radio.
No, I never offer that. I never offer that. Because I've been told for years that I've had a radio announcer's voice, even by people who never knew what I did. It's been a while. Of course, I'm always out of town now, so it's kind of depressing. But cool, very cool stuff.
And for the first time in a while, hello to everybody on the Squirrel Cam.
Hey, the Squirrel Cam, am back.
Hello.
That's him. We don't know how much longer it's going to last. Not quite sure what took it down the last time, man.
What do you mean? What took it down?
What took out the we had to shut it down for a reason.
Yeah, because I wasn't here to run it.
No. There was some reason it was shut off.
That was because it was shutting off our regular program.
Oh, that's right, because of the switch.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to.
Okay,
that was the reason
now I know
was
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have to disconnect the switch. I need to get in at some point. I need to get into your router. Ben told me how to fix this.
Okay.
All we have to do, because a cable modem.
Right.
You're here. Welcome to Computer Tech.
Welcome to Tech Talk with Patriot John.
A cable modem has what's called a dynamic IP, dynamic internet protocol. It has its own address, but it's dynamic. It refreshes itself every 24 hours. It's a security thing.
Okay.
Right? When it does that, it resets the IP addresses of everything connected to it. Okay? Well, the only thing at this moment, the only thing down here that modem knows that it's connected to it is that switch. It doesn't know that these two computers are on.
Okay.
All it sees is that switch.
Okay.
And when it resets, when it refreshes itself, that the switch doesn't know that
It's fucking everything up.
it's fucking yeah, and therefore it no longer can send internet signal to these two computers.
Okay.
What I need to do is get into your router, and I can assign that switch a permanent IP address.
So it'll never shut off.
So it'll never shut it off. Your modem will continue to refresh itself every 24 hours. But everything that I assign a permanent IP in your modem will never be affected again. Theoretically.
You almost always have to throw that on when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Because it can make it up as it goes along.
Yeah.
And you'll never know. Once again, put together what you think we're going to need to turn this place completely wireless and make a shopping list. The fundage is starting to come back up to a level I can start thinking about, and it would probably clean this place up dramatically.
Well, we wouldn't have the spider web of wires over our heads, for one thing.
Might be able to, with the exception of the paper, might be able to, you wanted to get rid of the microphones. You wanted to go to headsets, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to go with a headset?
Myself?
Yes.
I will, yeah.
Okay. Because I know you're probably going to be playing with the trackball. You're still in the picture, which is still a good thing. Daryl, are you going to want to go with a headset or a microphone?
I I just assume be able to have something in front of me like a little cross-eyed have.
Well, that's fine. You probably will stay with the microphone because you like to have something to bounce off your nose.
Well, and I haven't done that in a while. I have not done that in a while. We can get me a beach ball.
But eventually, here's the way I look at it. Here's the way I'm looking at it. Start out with a headset, see how it works with John. Okay. I've noticed that a lot of times when people have headsets when they're talking, sometimes it cuts off part of the word when they first start up or whatever. Okay, you follow what I'm saying?
That is more in actual
radio.
over-the-air radio
Yeah.
rather than something that's hardwired.
That would be this. Okay. I can see
Because
that.
voice activated radio is that way.
Yeah, it will cut off the first syllable.
Because
whatever you
yeah,
say.
it cuts off because it
Doesn't pick it
It
up.
has to hear something before it turns on.
Right.
And that's that first syllable of your first word. So the headsets would not necessarily be wireless?
they can be. They can be.
It sounds like you would recommend that though.
Well, we're already bathed in enough electromagnetic radiation. If I
I've really given that any thought.
true story. Okay, I have a Bluetooth headset for my phone. It's a stereo. It's not one of those little weird ear things.
Well, I've got an over the head one with a boom.
Yeah, well, it's got this is just the ear things.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and the arm of it goes behind my head. Okay.
Okay.
Your vision is controlled by as part of your brain in the back of your head. True story. If I haven't had my Bluetooth on for a while and I use it, for the first 5 minutes I use it, I can't see.
Ah, you've been rewired.
Aha.
It's interfering with the signals.
Yeah. It's very strange. It's very strange. I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced that, but for about the first 5 minutes I have a headset on.
I know.
The Bluetooth headset on.
Yeah.
I can't see.
I know what causes that. It's because you're weak-minded.
The lameness flows.
Stupid it burns. Daryl, crash.
You can do better.
You've done better. In this show, you've done better.
I can't be 100%.
I don't know.
of the time.
You pretty much said he was going to be.
I was going to be polite,
But
courteous.
yeah, I'm not sure where we're going to go with it yet. How much we can actually go wireless.
Yeah, that's,
We can at least make the computers wireless. Okay, we can bring one internet cable down to that switch and have a wireless broadcaster
Right.
plugged into that.
Just wondering how much of the spaghetti junction you actually going to get rid of here.
Hopefully, most of it. If you know,
the other thing that have to take into consideration about all this electronic gizmo is because I have this electronic device permanently harnessed to my chest.
Yes, Mr. Robotech here.
yeah, Robo Daryl.
Yeah, so we really
Go by.
we really can't put too much stuff in here, otherwise, you know, he's gonna pull on his left ear to turn up the volume and some shit.
Pull my nose in order to get the video to come on.
Stop that, Daryl! You're screwing up the picture. Ah, look at all that static. All right. Anyhow. All right.
I will consult with them and find out.
I really wish he was coming.
I do too, but I understand why he is.
Oh, indeed. You don't get an offer like what they got and say,
No.
no, I'd rather head north and be poor. Okay, yeah.
I'd rather head north and into something uncertain other than, you know, real friends.
Cha-ching!
Yeah, but I will consult with him and find out what he thinks, because he's actually about maybe a level or two above me.
There may be nothing to it, but I'm just, that's a thing we have to
On the side
think
of
about.
caution. On the side of caution. We don't need to be shortening your life any more than you're shortening your life.
You're doing a
Not
fine
me.
job of that yourself.
It's not me that's shortening my life, it's the feds. They want me dead. Along with about 250 other million
Not
Americans.
talking about interference from alphabet agencies. I'm talking about you and your health. So, the government did not do you to you.
Yeah, they did.
You did you to you.
They
To
did.
you.
Lack of sleep and worry.
I had to worry about that. I had to think about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I can see the
Yeah, for
bouncing
all-
around there.
For all you know, Daryl, you're probably playing right into their hands.
No, I don't play cards with them.
Too much.
Silence.
Too much. Yeah.
I hear the crickets.
I'm gonna get a recording just so I have it for that. I don't have the drama button brought up yet, but I may before the second hour is up. Anyhow, we got the roof fixed.
Yes, we got it.
Thanks, in great parts to
My son and one of his friends.
All right.
They came out Tuesday night and gave up their fishing night.
damn.
Yeah, okay, gave up a part of their fishing night. Because I don't know if they went fishing after they were done or not. But it took about 2 hours. I got here about 6:30, and they were done about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
That's not too bad.
No. Well, when you have two people that can get up there and nail, it don't take long to do a job.
There isn't exactly a lot of real estate up there to begin with.
No, however,
So,
at least the weather was decent. You're not gonna keep blowing off the roof by a rogue storm or
yeah,
something.
so now all he's doing is just waiting for the tar paper itself to settle itself down, and then he'll come up and seal up the seams with,
So that gives me some time to, we can probably got one in stock. Once they get the tar up there, then we can get the middle finger flag on the roof.
Mhm.
Okay. Gotta do it for low-flying helicopters. But you knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was either that or hire somebody to do a full-size mural up there.
That's for the drones.
The what?
The drones.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them. I'm not really worried about them anymore. I have made peace with the fact that I will be droned at some time in my life, one way or another.
I just look at it this way, with those folks out wherever it was that they were, I think it was Los Angeles, were celebrating the victory of their ice hockey team or their hockey team, and they could bring a drone down with a shoe, we ain't got nothing to worry about.
What's the
Somebody
hit him with a shoe?
the police.
Somebody hit him with a shoe!
Actually, it wasn't a shoe. Although it might have taken a hit.
It was a pump.
What brought it down? It was a quad rotor drone operated by either the police or the sheriff's department, monitoring the crowd. Quad rotors, you know what a quad rotor is?
Obviously.
Okay. What brought it down was somebody threw a shirt into the rotors.
Just toss the shirt up there.
Yeah.
They said it was a shoe, it could have been a shirt, whatever the case was.
I heard it was a shirt. Maybe it was a shoe. I don't know.
A shoe would have damaged one of the rotors. A shirt would have just got tangled up in blues. And
Yeah.
you know,
I wonder-
anything that uses a rotor like that, net guns.
Net guns. Yep.
That's all you gotta do is tangle them damn rotors.
You get some of those shotgun shells that they use for police work that they blast out and have a net in it.
Oh, we're gonna work on this.
Oh yes.
We're gonna work
Oh, yeah.
on this. Low-tech solutions for high-tech problems.
Exactly.
Hey, Mark.
All that smart stuff ain't.
Where's your leaf string trebuchet? your
All that smart stuff ain't so smart.
We're gonna have some fun. We need somebody with some metalworking skills.
If they, I don't know who that would be.
No, neither do I.
I have none.
If
no idea whatsoever.
if an Occupy Wall Street grade nasty ass T-shirt can bring down
This is true.
a drone,
Well, stench alone would have been enough, but you know,
yeah,
cloud of stink. There it
The,
goes, drops like flies.
yeah.
Anyhow, got the roof fixed. Anything else you did this week that we need to?
Well, I loaded up. I loaded up about 750 rounds of ammunition this week.
You've been busy, boy.
9mm, about 400 rounds, and 300 rounds, at least 300 rounds of 40 S&W.
Excellent, excellent. Hope all of it gets used as it should be.
Little
I'll
tree
leave,
stuff.
I'll leave it to that. Anything else on your end?
Mama had a birthday yesterday.
Yeah, I'm still a little peeved at you and the missus. That y'all didn't bother telling anybody.
Well, we all was busy.
So which one of the two of you is the cradle robber?
She is. Tomorrow's my birthday. We're born 2 days apart, same year, same hospital, same nursery. Dun, 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 dun.
You've been
Conspiracy.
stalking her for a long time,
I
haven't
think
you?
it was a conspiracy.
Kathy, you should have run like hell. All right. God bless you for putting up with this lunatic for all these years. Oh,
She's
mercy.
a better woman than I am.
Any woman's a better woman than you are.
The show's kind of plotting and very weird so far this evening. All right, the slapstick isn't really there yet. Hopefully in the second hour. All right, John, you've already had your beginning rant against. I still don't get it.
What?
To be honest, unless you were doing something to draw attention to yourself, why did he pick you out of a crowd to turn and flip around? He could have had plenty of people in front of him.
Because he thought I was speeding.
Unless it was obvious, I don't see that. I don't see that. There has to be. You're both probably going in opposite directions at the same rate of speed. You're not going to tell the difference in 45 or 48, 49 miles an hour. It's not that noticeable. You have to be doing something dramatic.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man.
It
I don't know.
just-
It just probably just some young punk cop looking for trouble.
was there anybody else on that stretch of highway?
No.
Okay,
You were the only one yet.
so it
Well,
wasn't.
not going my direction.
But he had people in front of him. He could have run up behind them and did the same thing. But instead, he decided to pull a Yui on a 2-lane and chase you down. To see, maybe, sort of, kind of, you've done something wrong and, we're just not catching you.
Last I may be wrong about this, but
Oh, not you, John.
no, I'm never wrong. The only time I've ever made a mistake is when I thought I was wrong.
I know how that is.
But
You people who think you know everything are just very annoying to those of us who actually do.
yeah. I may be wrong, but I always thought it was actually illegal to for Popo to run your license plate randomly.
Not since that new court ruling was handed down in Pennsylvania. Remember we did the story on that?
A couple weeks ago,
Yeah,
based out of Philly.
of all places.
Yeah, big surprise there.
Yeah.
Wonder.
People run up 95.
They can now stop you. They can now stop you for no reason at all on the presumption that you are doing something wrong. No probable cause. The probable cause is they stopped you. So before he stopped you, he was probably
Keep
running
your
to see
eyes
if there
open,
was
John.
anything about you that would
Oh,
give him
yeah.
probable cause to stop
Oh, yeah,
you.
and the real beauty of it is, if he did indeed run my plate, which I'm fairly certain he did,
Well, that's automatic.
that's not my plate. That's not my vehicle. He thought I was my stepdad.
Getting your stepdad.
Which is leading me to believe there's something else behind it. I can't put my finger on it. My spider sense is tingling, dude. I'm in all seriousness. There's something else going on here. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure, but something is just tapping me in the back of the head here, saying, there's something that's
And
not...
John's gonna be in trouble.
Not necessarily. Just something is going on, and I can't put my finger on it. I can't see him unless you were doing something dramatically to get his attention. Because with all the other stuff that you're doing, all the computer shit that's going on, he's driving, he's heading on down the road. Something would have had to have caught his eye to say, and then turn around and come after you. He pulled a Yui to chase you down. He wasn't heading in that direction.
Right.
Something had to have, what's that? Something
Maybe
had to
there's-
get his attention.
Maybe
Now, I
there's-
don't know if it was, he knew what vehicle you were driving and he was after you, or there was an alert for a vehicle that looks like the one you were driving and he ran the plate.
That's entirely possible.
See, this is what I'm talking about. There's something else here.
That's entirely
Something
possible.
had to, hey, what's that? Get his attention to make him actually go out of his way, pull a Yui, and chase you down. He didn't stop you,
No.
but something flashed in his mind and said, I need to look into this. That's why I'm just, there's more here than just, something had to get his attention.
Maybe. And it's entirely possible that he, there's a bolo for a vehicle that's similar to the one I'm driving.
That's kind of where I would go with this. Might not have anything to do with you at all, but something, when you drove past him, keyed his attention enough to make him want to come around and chase you down.
Yeah.
And it would have had to be something fairly dramatic for him to pull a stunt like that. Otherwise, he would have radioed or pulled into a driveway, talked down, come all along, and then start clocking you to see if you were doing the speed. But no, he whipped it around and got on your ass. He was looking for something specific.
Either that or he was trying to see as how you were the only one on that side of the road, trying to goat you into making a mistake.
I've had a similar experience
It happens.
back when I had your old Jeep. I don't know what was going on, but I was coming up backside of the fairgrounds, and there was a car right behind me. A little too close for I didn't recognize it as a cruiser at the time. The light bar was enough of a low pro, and there was enough lights out. I think, well, okay, I step on the gas a little bit to get some distance between us. I didn't like him following. He speeds up and is right on me. I make 2 turns. He's right behind me. I said, all right, I need to get to where there's some daylight, and so I can confront this fucker. I got my sidearm out the seat next to me, heading for a place where it's lit and there are people. And just as I'm coming up the back way here by the fairgrounds, he turns his lights on. So, what the hell's that all about? So I pull right the hell over. Knock the gun down underneath the seat. He comes up to me and I'm looking at him like, I'm giving him the hairy eyeball. I said, he's a younger guy. You always drive that way? I said, when somebody's following me and I don't know who they are, yeah. So why were you trying to outrun me? I wasn't trying to outrun you. I was getting to a place so I could see who you were. I didn't know that was a cruiser behind me until you turned your lights on. I was pissed.
Yeah.
And he chewed on that for like about, look, it couldn't have been more than a few seconds, but he paused and thought, all right, that fits in with the way you were acting. Because he would get closer, I'd pull away just a little bit. He'd get closer again. I'd pull away just a little bit. The third time he did it, I gassed on it trying to get to a place that was lit. And once we went through all of that, all he wanted to do was mention that I had a taillight out. He let me go. It was one of those, just giving you a warning, you got a bulb out your tail. Okay, that's fine. But once I
But to
told
put you through all of that.
yeah, that's the way people. Now, admittedly, this was before the most recent rash of Popo behaving badly, where they shoot dogs and taser people and stop resisting. This kind of shit wasn't going on that much. So this guy actually used his head a little bit when he realized how it might have looked to somebody else. I didn't know that was a cruiser behind me until he turned on the lights.
If that's what he wanted to do, now I'm going to critique this. If he was wanting to let you know that you had a taillight out, all he had to do was just flip his lights on, so that you could see that they were on, then turn them off, and
Well, now, in all
then you would
fairness,
have known it
in
was
all
a police
fairness,
behind you.
while he was behind me, he was probably trying to run my plate at the same time. But I kept pulling away from him. And so he said, okay, what's he doing? And so he closes the gap. And it was kind of a game of
Classic example of Popo escalating a perfectly normal situation. If he wanted to pull you over, or if he wanted to let you know you had a taillight out, he should have pulled you over right now instead of fucking with you like that and escalating the situation.
I get it.
That's what they do now. And you know what? I need a beer.
relax. But seriously though, it's while you're at it, what happened to okay, I guess the ones do kind of sort of turn blue still. Not nearly as much fun.
It's like that case in New York, which I'm sure we're going to talk
Oh, we are going to get into
Talk
this.
about.
Yep.
All the guy said was, I've had enough, this ends now, or this stops now. And, well, the police killed him.
I don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. That's what the words were. A, B, C, D.
Talking
So-
about the one they had in custody, in handcuffs.
People don't normally, normal, good-meaning, not non-ill-will people that have encounters with police
Right.
that turn bad are the fault of the police. Because the police escalate the situation.
More so now than they used to.
More so that, and I'll tell you what, if I'm not doing anything wrong,
Leave me alone.
and I've got 3 or 4 cops that are confronting me, I'm feeling threatened as hell. There's going to be some violence.
I'll just say, all right, gentlemen, I feel threatened. I will stand my ground. Say those words and watch what happens.
You die.
Yeah,
You will die.
but my weapon's coming out too. My weapon's coming out too. It's all.
It should.
It's all. Who's faster than?
Game on, brother. As Ben says, choo choo, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Now, I should have checked for the light, but just the way things were happening.
Was
there
it dark?
wasn't- Yeah,
It was
yes.
dark out.
Yes, that's
Okay.
why I said I didn't recognize
So you couldn't
that.
see it.
I didn't recognize. He was close enough that even looking out the rear of the Jeep, I couldn't see the roof line.
Okay, what he was doing, cop or not, okay, what he was doing was very aggressive behavior.
Yes, it was.
And it was an act of aggression against you. No, it was, because it's you that it's happening to.
I understand that,
And you reacted accordingly and appropriately in trying to get away and get to a well-lit area where there's other people.
I wanted to get to someplace
Thank
where I
God
could
the cop
identify
had enough sense to realize that, because
Which is-
that's what they tell us to do.
Which is what I'm saying. We have been up until I don't know how things are now, at this day, at this moment. But like I said, this happened probably at least 10 years ago. I'm trying to figure out how long it's been since I've had that Jeep. But it was dark coming up through the back end of the back roads, and I've taken you up that way.
Yep.
And there's no street lights up there. It's all wooded. I was coming back from some sort of a local event, and he was coming up through the areas, through the trees and everything. He's right on my 6. I make the turn to head towards the fairgrounds. I'm coming in the back way. Just start up the rise where you almost always end up hitting a group of deer. You know where I'm at. And that's when he turned on his lights, just before we got to the fairgrounds area.
Was it the local township or was it the state police?
City police,
Oh, the city police.
city PD.
That's Westmead Township. What are they doing out there?
They followed me from inside the city limits.
If they're in hot pursuit, they can cross out into the
Oh, yeah, they can.
neighboring thing, but they
Okay.
should be.
So this
they
started
need to
in the city.
notify-
Oh yeah, it started over in the area of Allegheny College.
Ah,
I made the turn, started coming up the road. This car started closing on me. Okay, let's pick up the pace a little bit. Continues to close. Pace a little bit more. Continues to close on me. Trumped on it. Because now I'm in the trees, I'm in the woods, and
No witnesses.
my instincts kicked in and said, I need to get to a place where I can fight.
Yeah. And that's what they teach us to do.
That's common sense. And once I made the turn and started heading towards the fairgrounds, I'm heading towards the lights, I'm putting some room in there. I want a place where I can have enough time to get out of the Jeep. And contrary to what the feds say, you can't jump out of a Jeep and run. We all know about that. They said you jumped out of a Jeep and ran to avoid capture. You can't jump out of a Jeep Wrangler.
Jump out of the hedgerow and over several monuments? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and as soon as I, started to get up towards some open ground, lights come on. I was a little hosed. I said, well, what the fuck is this all about?
You should have been.
But when the lights came on, I was like, all right, what the hell did I do wrong now? You know? And he comes up, and I guess the look on my face was enough for, do you always drive that aggressively? That's the word he used. Do you always drive that aggressively? And I told him point blank, when I think I'm being followed, yeah. I didn't know you were a cruiser until you turned your lights on. And that's when he just stopped and started chewing.
Hopefully he took that as a lesson and stopped acting like a fucking idiot.
Well, when he's I could see it was almost like you could see him replaying everything that just happened in his head. And as rare as it might be, he actually put himself in my driver's seat and how it might have looked to me. And just, okay.
Well, that was long enough ago when they were still hiring police officers with the ability to think, not Neanderthals that just...
Well, once we hashed it out and everything, and then he mentioned what was going on, tail light? Oh shit. Mind if I get out? Go on. And we walked on back. Son of a bitch. Okay, I got some spare bulbs back at the house, and we just bullshit for a few more minutes. And at that point, it was he was smiling, polite, and he realized, okay, I now know exactly why you were doing what you were doing. As I tried to explain to
You felt threatened.
and I had no idea who you are. All I knew is you were on my 6.
Well, to relate a similar circumstance, although
We've all had something like this.
he wasn't following me, he just wanted to talk to me about scopes.
Only Daryl.
Indeed.
Only Daryl.
I'm driving up Williamson Road, down there just past the cemetery, and car comes up behind me. Actually, was the township cop was going into town. He did a donut using the cemetery to turn around in, come back, turn on his lights. Okay?
Oh my God.
And he pulled me over and he come up to me and he says, well, I needed to talk to you. I said, I'm glad I caught you here, because I haven't had time to
He
get
caught you.
Yeah. And I says, oh yeah, what do you need? He says, well, I just got a new rifle and I needed a scope. What kind of scope is
You're right, bro. Only Daryl. Only Daryl.
Hey, what can I say?
That is pretty cool, though. I mean,
I was, since we're relaying some stories here, I was camped out with the 150th Pennsylvania Bucktails down at Diamond Park.
okay.
For one of the Memorial Day parades, and we
Sure.
camped there for the whole weekend. And at about 10 o'clock, the police come through and all the good kids go home. About 11:15, all the bad kids are,
Gotcha.
are back out. And the city police stopped when they're not chasing kids home, but making their presence. He says, you guys are awfully brave for camping out here in the middle of Diamond, especially when at 11 o'clock when all the idiots in town come out. I says, well, it's like this. We have I says, we're carrying muskets. I said, we have a double charge, that's 180 grains of powder backed by a wad, and we got an 18-inch spike bayonet on the end of it. My question to you is, do you want me to call you clean up the mess or before we make it? And he just...
There's two things. If you have a round, and not just wadding, that's going to be one kind of mess. If you're just firing the wadding with a double charge, that's going to make an entirely different mess. One that's going to need a change of drawers.
he will probably need a new face.
Well, if
If it's
if-
close enough.
Need a new
If,
tape.
if it's a close
Well,
range,
we
yeah.
have to-
I'm talking about more about scaring the shit out of them.
And we ain't playing that game.
I would have, just for fun.
To make it even more interesting, after the police said, well, maybe you better call us. I said, okay.
Oh, gee.
A little while later, we were sitting around the campfire and one of those
Campfire in
idiots,
the middle of town. Kick-ass.
one of those idiots went over to a dumpster or a garbage can that was there and lit it on fire. So, being a good citizen I am, because I don't tolerate idiots, okay? I don't care whether
No,
they're on
must get
drugs
this
or
heavy,
not.
don't.
I don't care if they're on drugs or what. There is no excuse for that kind of behavior.
I'll solve all your problems right
Okay,
now.
yeah. So we called the police and the fire department. They came up and they sprayed it out and they hauled 2 kids away. Good for them.
You apparently took custody of the mountain
No,
tents.
we just watched them and when they got there, we pointed them out.
They didn't leave?
No. But they were
Dumbass.
bold enough to come over and said, see, we have a fire too.
Wow! Dumbass!
Okay?
Dumbass!
You know,
Ah,
Cut their nuts off so they don't breed.
hiya, baby. Yeah.
You're awfully mellow anyway. You don't come barging in here like you used to, sweetheart. The official putty dog of the Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio Network.
You're on
Leva.
TV. You're on TV.
Sure. This is a great dog. Yes, you are. Don't be like that. Anyhow,
Hey,
you realize how goofy we look?
hey, come here, give me a kiss.
It's a good girl. That's such a good girl.
Yeah, don't put it
It's a dog.
Hey.
It's a dog. What do you expect?
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
dudes. That's a
yeah.
dog. We're gonna act like that. Deal with it. All right. Anyhow. Okay, come on.
We're,
Oh, you hit your head.
we're,
Come on,
Is the table okay?
we're animal
Oh,
lovers.
you hit your head. Now you're done.
Wanna give me a kiss?
That didn't work out.
Hey, here. Come on. Yeah.
All right.
Vicious pit bull, everybody.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's dog not only
A vicious pit bull that my daughter can tackle at a flat-out run.
and dog has no problem.
And the dog has no
Not
problem.
only will that dog not bite you, he'll show you where the good shit is when you're coming to steal it and make you a sandwich in the process. Now,
Vicious pit bull.
well, in or out, goofball. Look at this.
She does that all the time. She can't make up her
The
mind.
hind legs are inside the doorway, the rest of her's outside.
She can't make up her mind whether she's coming or going or been there.
Look out, she's gonna fart!
Unnecessary.
But appropriate.
I don't know about that. I'm still defying you when it comes to that.
You put your failing.
Well, I have my moments of weakness, yes.
No.
Last week, he wasn't here when it happened.
Yes, I know.
Because I made last week's recording almost 2 gigs long because I had a wrong setting. And John has not corrected it yet.
No, I did.
Has it been, did you listen to the show?
No.
Good, don't.
What hour, Daryl?
Is that the second hour?
I don't remember what it
either,
was.
because we
But
had so
not
many-
only was I involved in a fart joke, I initiated it.
Literally or figuratively?
Yes.
Yes.
And you were here.
Damn!
You have to go. You'll have to go and listen to the show because I mean we were absolutely bonkers last week. For some reason or other, boing 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 boing.
And it still amazes me, even after all the years he and I have been doing this shit.
Literally and figuratively.
The stupidity still reigns, and Kathy likes to point this out on a regular basis. Whenever she has to put up with the 2 of us for any length of time, her reaction is just to shake her head. 'Cause
Damn.
She knows
There you
this. She knows this. Nothing she can do.
I missed it.
Yeah, but you're good in recording for
Posterity.
Yeah, that's the word I was trying to avoid.
One of them things, Future Bert.
Wow.
Future use.
Is it a ringtone quality?
I don't know.
There was a
It was-
couple
it was-
of things that might have been a ringtone for one or both of us.
Yeah, he was Foster Brooking it pretty good. You'd have to decide, and unfortunately, because I put it on full power clarity, it's going to be crystal clear. Anyway,
No misinterpretations there.
Nope, I can't use that. Now, we got about 5 minutes here at most. I'm gonna throw in a quick PBS. We don't like to do it, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Help!
Almost in the same key, almost. One of your better efforts, actually.
Almost only guns and horseshoes and hand
And
grenades.
thermonuclear warfare. And we might be seeing that in the not too distant future, but we'll
Yes.
talk about that here in a little bit.
Yes.
This is where we break out the begging bowl. I haven't screwed it up yet. I think I need to be drunk now in order to do that. I'll let you know next week.
Now, speaking of which, next week I may not be here.
He's channeling Foster again. Back to the camp.
Yeah, I'm going up tomorrow and see how much work I can get done. We're building a shed and we got the roof on, some of the sides up the floor in, but we gotta put,
I know I got to get in there and put in some sweat equity. Maybe Labor Day weekend.
yeah, we'll probably be up there.
I should be able to get a 3-day weekend out of that. And I should be able to get up there and get.
We have one more front quarter or hind quarter of deer left to throw on the spit.
Didn't get all ahead.
You need to spit on it that way, because it no
Yeah,
fat
the
up here.
spit adds flavor. Puts a little
You,
iron in.
you know how you fix that, don't you? Bacon.
Yeah, we'll put wabbit bacon.
Wabbit?
Yeah, wabbit with bacon.
I can't continue it now because I'm grinning. Okay, we're not going to get the PBS done in this hour. We'll try and do it in the next hour. However, what was the bit where we lost it and everything was wabbits? Can you remember what that was?
It was,
What the hell were we doing? Because everybody was involved.
yeah,
And I don't know if it was on air or not.
Why
It was
don't I
this
remember
year.
this?
it was this year.
He was here for the wabbit bit, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah, wabbit,
Wabbits.
wabbit.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the wabbit. God! That's why we don't do it anymore. Because it goes.
We don't worry about wabbits.
So shut up! Holy shit, that's just long.
I think we finally made John
Okay, and this is what I was talking about.
Something was.
Forgot about that. Bang ding ow!
We was walking.
Holy
about,
fook!
we was walking about the wrong wabbit.
We're sure the goddamn thing. All right. We gotta take a break. And by God, don't you think we ought to?
Yeah.
Okay, folks.
Wow.
We needed the stupidity. The stupidity was necessary. Folks, we gotta take a little bit of a break, and then come back and try to get something of some importance done. You're listening to Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, Braveheart, 88.7 FM. We'll be right back.
In an abandoned warehouse. No Christ.
Ozzy Flood. The Wabbit Slayer. Yes!
We were doing. I don't know what we were doing. But one of us said wabbit. I know is when we were getting ready to do our.
Message to those on the squirrel cam. Help me.
When we were getting ready to do our rally at the Diamond,
Yeah.
there was a wabbit show going on.
The Wabbit Show!
The wabbit show. The OHs had their wabbit show down at the mall.
We were wondering why we couldn't get a bigger room,
Yeah,
and it's because of the Wabbits.
yeah, the wabbits were there.
And I don't know what. I don't know what the hell happened, but for a good 10 minutes, everything we had a serious case of flood syndrome.
It's like an epidemic.
Oh,
Pandemic, hell with epidemic.
it was fun.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain you were here. Maybe you blanked it up because it was such.
It was so traumatic.
Oh my God.
I'm having little snippets of flashbacks. wonder if it was an actual heavy metal singer.
He's a comedian, a regular comedian.
Oh, is he?
But he does FUD all the time. But this is one of his biggest ones.
I get the point.
No more Roger Rabbit, no more Peter Rabbit, no more Playboy Bunny Rabbit.
I got a duck's ass on the front of my head.
How much? The DA used to be a very, very popular hairstyle.
Oh,
My dad wore one until the day he died.
I had one all the time. And, 30 years ago.
It's harsh to think that far back.
It is long past time for a haircut. Yes.
The following program may contain adult language and adult content. Listener discretion is advised. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland.
Okay, bring up
And I show you how to do
the
that.
firebox window there.
Remember,
Okay.
all I'm offering is the truth.
Up on the toolbar, you see the red stuff? Okay, just to the right of that. That is pocket. Okay, open that. That's all the shit that I've got.
Oh.
So, take
Oh, this. We also, in case we run out of stories that we really want to talk about too, there's also some, I don't know if I mentioned that, going over to Drudge and doing what we call speed round. And just reading down everything Drudge has got and anything that piques your interest, we go, what the fuck's that all about? Start talking about it. So what we got here?
there's a lot of stuff there.
Okay, U.S. seen as biggest oil producer after overtaking Saudi Arabia. There's so many more things I want to add to that story if we get into it. All about the petrodollar, why is gas still so goddamn expensive. We talked about that though. It's because they're printing the money so damn fast, it's worth less.
Oh, yeah.
Worthless? Yeah, that's it.
It's what?
It's worth less. Not worth the paper.
Ah.
printed.
You want a stove?
You gotta have one?
Yeah, as long as it's a smaller one, a smaller diameter.
See what we got in there. We may be all down to the one size.
I think we are. Yeah, we're down to.
They're all torpedoes. Well, wait a minute, we got the small one there. Daryl, you want one of the small
Yeah, I'll
ones?
take one of the thinner ones here.
How about you pick? You choose.
That's the.
Yeah, that's the.
That's what you want there?
Oh.
That'll work.
Okay, what about you? You pick one. You know? I'll go with the big one.
That's it. I think that's all we got in there.
Okay, we need to reload then.
Oh wait, no, there's a few more.
If there's another small one in there.
Oh, there's more than I thought, but not many more. That's all we
They're all torpedoes?
Yeah.
All right, I'll get us some more.
Torpedo loss. Oh, yep. Time to refill the water.
Reefer.
Where's? Oh, okay, you got it. You're good. Yeah.
At least I don't have to dry the matches out this week in order to light it up.
Yeah, that was good. That was a little weird last week.
Huh?
It's part of the show. It's had to try the.
Ah, shit.
You're fine.
I overfilled.
You're fine. Put the cap on. Just let it sit until time to close up for the night. It'll soak that up. You're fine.
They'll swell up. The balls will swell up. Suck in the moisture.
Kick them too hard.
We missed last week. I was at the dentist, and the dentist said I got big balls. Those big, hairy elephant balls.
Oh man. That reminds me. I have yet to call your doctor. I should have forgot all about it.
Well, she's only in her office on
Happy birthday,
Monday
Justin
and
Dillon.
Thursday.
Well, we gotta say that.
Yeah. Is Sandra listening tonight?
I don't know.
No. Looks like she's on Skype.
She's always on Skype, like you and me.
Okay.
You need the breast?
Going back.
Already done ate it.
Going back. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the second hour. Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio. Braveheart. 88.7 FM. Your lovely Meadville, Pennsylvania. Where it is currently...
78.
Really? Really cool down there. 78 damn degrees outside.
It's about bloody
Oh,
toast.
it's too damn hot for this time of night. I like it the way it was. Now, keeping in mind, apparently according to the National Weather Service, I'm not sure if this is their armed division or not, we have another, not quite as severe, but similar polar front that is going to be affecting us next week,
Yes.
which is going to make the weather absolutely gorgeous. Now, when you hear people saying Washington, D.C. is going to be beautiful, it's going to be 85 degrees, I had to think about that for a few minutes.
Screw that.
Well, I had to think about it. This time of the year in D.C., that is beautiful, because usually they're in the upper 90s.
And here it's supposed to be 68, 69 a couple of days.
Well, a couple of days maybe it'll get that far, but we're talking still maybe low to mid 70s, and the nights are going to be football weather. And while that sounds nice, and the weather is going to be clear, blue sky, dry, nice, all that other happiness,
It's not
it
good
makes
for
me
corn.
wonder what this winter is going to be like.
It does not do good for
Well,
corn.
I will
Likes a
say
warm
this.
night.
I will say this. As one who monitors such things,
And yes, you do.
the Lake Erie, hold on. I'm going to have to find a way to permanently mount this camera in such a fashion as to get all three of our fat asses on it.
No, don't put my ass on your face.
Right now, right this time of year, is when Lake Erie reaches about peak temperature. Right now, right now for the next
right now,
right now,
White wow.
for through about the middle toward the end of August.
Yes.
The Lake Erie, the lake is as warm as it's going to get. I'm talking about Lake Erie.
I copy that.
Okay. Right now, Lake Erie is running anywhere from 5 to 7 degrees cooler
That should be.
than it should be.
Global warming, don't you know?
Indeed.
We may be in for one hell of a humdinger winter.
I don't think I can do two of them.
Well, you know, if the winter,
It's not like I got any choice in the matter. Son
if
of a
the
bitch.
cold gets too bad and the lake freezes over early, they'll cut down on the snow.
Yeah. I was just going to say that
Okay, well, yeah, that's,
the good side of that is the lake will freeze sooner if it gets cold enough.
right.
The lake will freeze sooner and shut off the lake snow machine. But in any case, until that happens, there's a good chance we're gonna, at least for the first half of the winter, we're gonna see a lot of snow.
Another winter
And
of doing pre-trip in my truck with a propane torch.
Unless, of course, something magnificent happens in August.
And global warming actually kicks in.
Or the world comes spinning to a halt and then life is
Or we
no
send
ends.
off a few dozen nukes somewhere, you know.
We'll talk about that here. Some bunch of assholes decide that a limited exchange, limited nuclear exchange over in the Mideast or someplace like that, only to that region, could end the world as we know it. So once again, the climate scientists are freaking out again. Forget the fact. It would put so much black ash into the air. Excuse me.
A volcano.
Have you ever, ta-da! No. Or they got us worrying about the Yellowstone super volcano. It's got a red flag flying out of it.
If that goes, we're all dead.
Then who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do about that?
As I have always said and continue to say, if I can't put a bullet in its head because it's taking my freedom, I don't worry about it. If a meteor is going to hit the Earth,
What the fuck are we gonna do about it?
if Yosemite is going to blow its lid,
Yes.
what am I going to do about it?
Not a whole
You know, Ben and I were talking.
ass goodbye.
Ben and I were talking. You know,
I'll practice my
recently.
yoga just so I can do it.
Erie, Erie, Pennsylvania used to be a primary target
Yeah.
for the Soviets
Yes.
because of GE and because of the place I used to work at.
Yes.
Okay,
Which shall remain nameless.
and you know, even back then, I was like, I'm going to get a lawn chair, and I'm going to get a 6-pack of beer
My brother.
Catchers.
and a catcher's mitt.
Son of a bitch. Get out of my motherfucking head. I've been doing that since I was in high school.
But I like it in here. It's
I
so much room.
Yeah, well, come
You know,
over.
this used to-
Build the
this used
annex
to be-
over on the east side, please.
This used to be.
East side's the bad side of town, dude.
This used to be when I was in business. This used to be the first strike on the
Yeah.
hit list.
Yeah.
But now, I said, see, you would go with a 6-pack of beer. I said a case of champagne because I'm going to have everybody around me drinking.
And I'm just going to be two-fisted drinker hell with the catcher's mitt because I ain't even going to try.
No,
to
I'm going to have a catcher's mitt, and if I can't find one made in the color, I'm having it spray painted orange. All right, fuckers, let's see if you can hit this. Because I don't want to survive after that.
No.
I do not want to
The
survive
only-
after that.
the only
There's two
thing-
things, two apocalypses apocalypti?
Apocalypti.
Apocalypti. Plural, more than one apocalypse.
Apocalyptus.
This is apocalypse.
Forget it.
Hold on a second. You can't do what I'm laughing.
Yeah.
I will start.
See what happens when we all try to trip over the same word?
When one of those things happens, there's two that I don't want to live through. One is a thermonuclear exchange, a serious, balls to the wall, no holds barred, there ain't nothing left, you know, pissing contest. Two, zombies. I do not want to live in a world with zombies.
You don't want to kill all sons of bitches?
I won't live long enough. I don't shoot well enough.
You'll learn real quick.
Oh!
What we got?
Mr. T is listening live at the house for the first time in a long time.
Ah, congratulations,
Son
Steve.
of a
Good deal.
gun!
You ain't missed much yet. Well, holy shit. Better get some tobacco. in
He
me.
sent us a sign. No trespassing. I own firearms and tobacco.
Shovel and lime, dude. Shovel and lime.
Well, I don't have a backhoe, but I do have plenty of shovels and picks.
Hey, we get a couple of those Mexican guys, manual labor.
Yeah,
No problem.
and a couple
Are
chainsaws.
we going to get into that?
Hold on.
Not
Hey,
really.
Mike? Don't hold the damn thing over the microphone.
You melt it.
Yeah, it's
Help, I'm melting!
I don't think that's from tonight, though. Nope. That's old. Folks, this is the second hour of Smokage. We've already lit up. We've already partaken. You've been watching us on the Squirrel Cam. Fire them up. Smoke if you got them. We are political correct sons of bitches. That reminds me. Squirrel. When is the Great American Smokeout?
I think it's already passed.
Really?
I think so.
Damn.
I might be wrong, but
Missed another opportunity.
yeah.
Man, we should have had a rally
That's my
at the time
annual. It's like some guys like to call Labor Day their annual day of work. I like the way he thinks, but the Great American Smokeout, that's where I go out and I smoke.
Oh, you know what it says. You're going outside and smoking.
I'm just doing what they told me to, and I always obey my government. Easy. If you puke on the desk, I'm making you clean it up. All right. Anyhow, hold on a second.
Yum, yum, eat it up.
That is testing.
Take two.
You are
I'll take
having
one.
issues tonight. Your clutch is slipping. You're trying to put your mouth in.
At least
here,
my
but
slip ain't
it's-
showing. All right.
He needs to get one of those new hydraulic clutches instead of the manual.
Yes. Looked like you were about to say something.
There was nothing to say.
All right, when we last left our heroes, we were desperately trying to get a PBS done, failing miserably. So,
You know the website, you know the email, send us shit. End of PBS.
Send us some more.
I can live with that.
I can.
You got anything to add to that?
Just put some greenbacks in there, even though they're worthless.
Help!
Ow.
Hey,
That is why we will not probably wear headsets. It's because of that dumbassery right there.
We all do it.
I
Burn them
know.
out, blow our ears out.
well, that would be it, because whenever he wants to throw a shout out, you know what I do.
Yeah.
Well, what I just did. And I guarantee if you guys are wearing headsets, you're going to be deaf.
What?
What?
Look,
Say what?
I expect him. What?
Say what?
What?
I didn't hear you.
What?
My IT's
What?
all covered up. Couldn't see what you're trying to say.
In other news,
What?
I don't even know if I want to try it. All right.
Okay.
We
serious
need
now.
shit. Send us shit. All right.
Yeah.
We still got quite a good chunk of summer left, folks. I realize it's time you're kicking back and having what fun you still can, while asking permission to do it at every turn. I'm not going to get off on that tangent. I did enough of that for the 4th. You got the hot days of August coming. Most of September should still be good. If something is really pissing you off, and by God, something ought to be with all the stuff that's in the news, do something about it. We're still open to making the road trip to any rally you guys want to put on. We can't do it all ourselves. The next one we're planning on doing is going to be our traditional one on United Nations Day, where we torch the Tidy Bowl blue rag.
or actually the Saturday in the immediate vicinity of.
We've been very fortunate to have a couple of them that were on the day, but we don't do that anymore. It's just not worth the effort because we can't get anybody to show up. But if you've got anything, a Second Amendment rally, anti-UN rally, which an anti-immigration rally,
Oh boy.
those should be popping up all over the fucking place.
Exactly.
And once again, not as much as they should be.
Not as much
Not
as they should be.
nearly as much. People have been cowed by some, once again they're trying out racist.
The Raza.
You gotta do it for the children.
This is exactly why I'm going to do it for the children. So
Yeah.
mine can have something to eat, not them.
Just, I can't do it anymore. I get accused of being a heartless son of a bitch. Okay, I'll wear that tag. I don't care. Not our problem. You've tried plucking on the heartstrings one too many motherfucking times, and I don't care anymore. As I stated last week, you see anything coming across that border with facial hair or tits, shoot it. Why? Breeders. Take them out now. It also removes the little kids' leadership. So now they're running around like a bunch of chickens with heads cut off.
Yeah, so we won't get them 40.
Makes it a lot easier to round the little bastards
That
up
way
and
we
send them
won't
back.
get those 40-year-olds with gray beards and hair that claim to be a teenager.
We've seen a few cases of this stupidity. And, gee, notice that the kids, that were sent into certain areas that had so many days to report to their local facility aren't showing up!
Yeah, 18 out of
Go
20.
figure! Oh, wow, I never would have seen that one coming!
And the fact that it's so bad that now they're not even going to give them papers. They're going to go down into Honduras or Central America and give them the papers down there so they don't have to come up here and show the papers. They're going to do it down there. They're going to process them down there. Abomination. There's something wrong with that guy.
Man. I am on the verge of saying some shit that will get me arrested before this night is over with.
Then let's move on.
I'm still tempted to do it. But I think you guys need to like unass the area. All
There
right.
can be no doubt that he is out to destroy this.
I don't even give a shit about him anymore. He's only one target. There are others out there that are enabling this asshole. And to be perfectly honest,
99% of
I
Congress.
think that Barry has already checked out. I think he's actually hoping that he's impeached because he don't want to do this anymore. He's not engaged in any of the shit that's going on. Nothing over in the sandbox, nothing over in Israel, nothing on our southern border. He's not paying attention to any of this shit. He's playing golf, hanging out with his friends in Hollywood, and is looking to buy property. He's not running the country anymore. He's already checked out. As far as he's concerned, he's done. He's letting this shit freewheel over the edge of the cliff.
He's
I'm
done his
hoping,
job.
I'm believing he's hoping that they impeach him so he don't have to show up anymore.
He's done his job, and he wants his vacation time now.
Wow. You know, the problem is, it's
Father,
entirely
help me.
It's entirely too plausible. Not possible. Plausible.
His own people are saying it.
Yeah. He's
His
totally
own
disconnected.
people are saying it because of the big hoop-de-doo they're making about the piece of property that they've already put money down on in California. He's got, what, 2.5, 3 years yet to go yet? I'm thinking.
Years, about just
Yeah.
years.
And as far as he's concerned, he's already checked out. He's not involved.
Yeah, there's the headline on Drudge. Obama begging to be impeached.
Yes! I firmly believe it.
Shall I read?
By all means, have at it.
Okay.
We can do some more stuff later.
Congressman at border. This is on Drudge. It's the headline on Drudge Report. This comes to us from WorldNet Daily. Congressman at border. Obama begging to be impeached. McAllen, Texas. Observing what he could only describe as, quote, chaos on the border, end quote, during a midnight tour of the Rio Grande on Friday, Representative Steve Stockman, Republican, Texas, that would be the right cheek on the ass,
Indeed.
my bad, concluded President Obama is begging to be impeached. For all I know, this is a quote, for all I know, Obama is preparing to process 5 million illegal immigrant kids and teenagers into the United States,
Yes.
Stockman said upon observing border operations near McAllen, Texas. Quote, he wants us to impeach him now, end quote, Stockman theorized. Quote, before the midterm election because his senior advisors believe that is the only chance the Democratic Party has to avoid a major electoral defeat. Oh, he's going to take one for the team.
That's it. If the impeachment starts to go through, that and I think I've read this article. I read so many this afternoon, but I think that may be where I'm getting a lot of this. The theory is that if impeachment goes through, that works in the Dems' favor because it electrifies the base who are ready to give up on the whole fucking shooting match. And how dare you do this to the man who's trying to do so much for us? And it brings out the bunch that was going to sit out this
It
election.
rallies the troops.
Yeah, and I can absolutely see it.
Yeah.
A little Machiavellian.
That's why I'm saying
Plus.
it's entirely plausible. Evidently, Obama believes impeachment could motivate the Democratic Party base to come out and vote. End quote. Accompanied by a WND, I almost said WMD, WND
MOUSC.
film crew, Stockman
Oh
began.
yeah, you're gonna love this next piece.
Stockman began the evening by stopping at a massive Department of Homeland Security
Heil!
detention facility a mile or two north of the Mexican border, only to be encountered by seven or eight armed Border Patrol agents who approached Stockman and WND for questioning.
Yes.
Though polite, a Border Patrol supervisor speaking from behind the chain link fence that surrounded the facility refused to allow Stockman to tour the facility.
Indeed.
This is a sitting United States congressman.
However, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Only a little bit, understand, because I don't trust the Border Patrol anymore at all. They have been made out to be heroes and put upon again through this whole situation. And there are good ones that are trying to do the job down there. But right now they're on a war footing. They've been thrown into the mix without enough resources to handle the job. And so anybody that shows up that isn't on their roster or isn't scheduled is an extra burden that they don't have the manpower to protect. He's going into a group, that facility's probably got a shitload of gang members.
Oh, sure it does.
You got a U.S. Senator wandering around in there? That is a gang member's wet dream.
Quick aside.
Throwing the wrist.
I saw a post on Facebook about all of the gang members that are being allowed into the United States, and something struck me.
Not too hard, I hope.
Not too hard, but hard enough to make an impression.
Ring the
An
bell.
indelible impression.
Nice.
They've got tattoos over every square inch of their body.
Indeed.
Easily discernible targets. Shoot at will.
Mm-hmm.
Fire at will.
Well,
In fact, there was
Will
just-
might not be happy about it, but hey, you shouldn't be hanging around with gang members.
In fact, there was a story that there was a video with it, so it didn't want to print out the way it should. But anyway, there was a story that just happened. I'm not sure where. It just happened this week. A teenage girl got pissed off at somebody, went back and got her boyfriend, who was a member of MS-13, and came back up and killed the guy that had pissed her off.
MS-13 already has a foothold in the United States.
Well, they have for years.
Yes.
They're just now getting bigger and bigger.
But
They're bringing in fresh troops from
They're
south
getting,
of the border.
they're getting reinforcements from the currently active deployment.
Well, you continue with the story, because there's some more of that shit you need to read.
Through the chain-linked fence, the WND film crew took video of an active hangar-like open building cooled by two massive fans in which teenage illegal immigrants were being searched for concealed weapons as they were being processed into the detention facility. Within minutes, as Stockman began asking questions of the Border Patrol supervisor, the hangar-like intake facility was shut down and emptied of the illegal immigrant teenagers being processed by more than a dozen Border Patrol agents.
To keep them off the cameras. Didn't want any evidence.
Quote, "We release all detainees under 14 years of age without taking any biometric identification, including no fingerprints," the Border Patrol agent explained to Stockman. Quote, "We are prevented by law from taking fingerprints or other biometric information on these kids."
Time out on the field.
What law?
Now, hold on. They say, by law, anyone under the age of 14 does not get fingerprinted or no biometric information taken. However, they want you to fingerprint your kindergartner or get it chipped to protect them from predators.
You go through strip searches at an airport to
Indeed.
fly.
Thumbprint scans and retina scans in order to get your goddamn school lunch. Excuse me, does somebody see a problem here?
Yeah.
We won't do the illegals, but by God, we're going to make sure your kids are used to the whole concept. Fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah.
14-year-old.
Hadn't occurred to you, did it?
No,
14-year-olds.
That's the first thing that popped into my head when I read that.
I missed that one.
Unidentified 14-year-olds in 3 years become 17 unidentified soldiers for whatever terrorist group is out there.
Or breeders to make sure that the anchor babies stay here. They produce more soldiers for later on. Yes. Continue, Johan.
The Border Patrol supervisor could not identify for Stockman the law in question.
Of course not.
You can't identify it, don't quote it, because they're
Then,
involved.
quote, "Then how do you know that who's..." Let me start over.
Yeah.
Quote, "Then how do you know who these children under 14 years old are?" Stockman asked. Quote, "How do you know if you are releasing these kids to people who are truly family members in the United States, or to pedophiles or other criminals posing as family members?"
Ding, 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 ding.
Quote, "We only know who these children are by what they tell us," the Border Patrol supervisor admitted. Quote, "Truthfully, we don't really have any idea who they might be or where they came from, other than what we can observe from questioning them." you're right. If they give us false information, we have no way to know it or to follow it up without biometrics.
Timeout. Once again. Listening to the way this guy is answering the questions from Stockman and WorldNet Daily, without coming right out and saying it, I'm getting the sense we're overrun.
Yeah?
We can't do this.
He's
We need
admitting-
help and we're not getting it.
Yeah.
And by the answers he's giving, get this out. This is what's happening. Will somebody please come fucking help us? That's the sense I'm getting from that particular guy.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
He's couching it in the terms that are plausible deniability. Yes, I was just answering the questions that the senator was asking me. He is one of our representatives, and I am supposed to respect his authority. So it's I get the sense from the way he was answering those questions, he don't like the sitch. His men don't like the sitch. They are outnumbered, even though they may not be outgunned right now. The thundering herd of people they got to deal with could overrun them in a heartbeat, and would have no problem losing a few of the human shields they brought with them in the process.
Yeah.
Hence, all the itty bitties go first.
Savages.
Smart move.
Tactically, yes.
Yeah.
Morally,
There's no morality involved in this, all
Right.
right? Unless, except what they are
That's
trying
an
to,
idea.
what they are trying to impose on us because we are soft-hearted.
I look at it with them coming through like that and not being able to prove who they are, just adds more emphasis for having us chipped.
For sure. Instead of chipping the illegals, oh no, we're going to chip all the citizens so we know who the real citizens, the real true blue Americans really are. And if you're proud of your country, I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free.
Lee couldn't
If
get
you're
rich
a
for
genuine,
comment.
Yeah.
if you're a genuine patriot, you will step up and take your chip.
Exactly correct. Because of course it's in this wonderful red, white, and blue color, so it can be shown anywhere.
Stockman asked what information the Border Patrol has on the people in the United States who claim to be relatives. Quote, "That's not what our department handles," the Border Patrol supervisor again admitted.
Well, that's ISIS or somebody else's department.
Back in the vehicle, frustrated at seeing the facility going into rapid shutdown mode once he and the film crew set up to film,
Ding, 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 ding.
Stockman expanded on the impeachment theme. Stockman observed that rather than begin impeachment proceedings now, what the House of Representatives should do is to take away money from the Obama administration, defund it. Quote, "The only way we're going to stop Obama from opening the border is to take away the money he needs to operate," Stockman concluded. Quote, what we should do is shut down the White House."
Word. All right.
Shut it down and fumigate it.
Bed bugs. All right.
There's
Use
more-
that as an
there's
excuse.
I don't
more
know
to
if they
it.
have that much fumigation material in the world to take care of that.
I will
So-
donate to the cause.
Yeah, I will too.
That's a tax I will gladly pay.
I'll send a couple gallons of WD-40. It works wonders on bugs.
I did not know that.
Sure, kills them in bed right
I
there.
did not know that. Aerosol. All right. Scan that quick and see if there's more of that article we want to go. 'Cause we got, we're about a half hour into the first. We really didn't fit. Well, you did the aborted,
Aborted?
abbreviated. That's a better word. That's a better word. Abbreviated PBS.
Short version.
You know, hey, if you're listening to us online, you know how to get all of this.
I don't think
Okay.
there's really, I mean, you know,
I remember that story for the most part, and I think you hit the salient points.
Boner, Speaker Boner, and yes, I'm saying that intentionally,
Is he still around? Why hasn't
Yeah.
they gotten rid of him yet?
is, for all intents and purposes, taken impeachment off the table. He said there won't be an impeachment.
I need to take his ass off the table.
Let's take away his Viagra and he changed his name.
Several of the thoughts. Can't
Yep.
use any of them. Can't use any of them. All right. This, no, we got another story here. Ties into this. Thanks to our friends at WorldNet Daily. By Mr. Garth Can't. Are you sure he can't? I thought he could, according to this page. Let's
Can't
see here.
could.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
You're right, I'm not. 4-day plan to solve the border crisis. I want to see what this one is.
I didn't read.
3 days to transport the nukes, 1 day to set them off.
That takes too long.
It was a thought. It ain't a bad one. I still like the idea of sending them all to California and then nuking the San Andreas.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little more precise.
But then
Yeah,
there's not-
Fewer nukes involved.
But then the new beachfront will be contaminated
And-
with all that grease.
And bonus, we get rid of California.
I am going to miss the Napa Valley.
Okay, they make good wine.
Yeah, they do. Plus, there's an awful lot of agriculture that goes there that we can't reproduce anywhere else. We're going to have to think about this. Wait a minute. Kurt Russell's done it. Escaped from New York.
Reminds
Turned
me
New
of-
York City into a penal colony.
Reminds me of a joke.
The one in the White House?
No.
Okay, cool.
What do you get when you cross a Mexican with an octopus? It beats the shit out of me, but I sure can pick lettuce.
Ooh.
I
I get it.
thing.
I get it. Well,
Random thoughts do occur.
what does a Mexican and a cue ball have in common?
What?
The harder you hit it, the better the English. I know. I'm going to hell for that.
Oh, we all are.
I'm going to hell. Lord, I apologize.
He's up
Dude,
there
starting
laughing too
pictures
and
in
saying-
New Guinea, eh,
He's
man?
up there laughing too and saying, no apologies necessary.
No, he's probably pissed at me for that one. Or at least I had thought better of you than that. Like, let's see. All right, once again. You like that one, huh? All right.
Well, after all, we already have a holiday named after Labor Day, annual labor.
Manual labor. Then we need a couple of those guys up here. All right. Let's see here. Representative Stephen King, Republican from Iowa. Washington, it's a trap. All right, he's trying to warn people. That's what Representative Steve King, Republican from Iowa, thinks about the plan. Washington, it's a trap. He thinks it's about the plan fashioned by the GOP House leaders to solve the border crisis. Okay, this is not going the direction I thought. All right. He believes this is an attempt to pass so-called comprehensive immigration reform by another name because, okay, he's got a point here. Not only does it not address the issue of amnesty, it would leave the door wide open for President Obama to extend amnesty to many more millions of illegal immigrants. Another big problem in King's eyes is that the revised plan that came out of the GOP House meeting on Friday is a package or collection of many different ideas. And as he told World Net Daily, a package has no chance at becoming law and has every chance of coming back to us with who knows what hung on it. All it becomes is an excuse for us to say we did something. He's got a
We
point.
tried.
He's got a point here. Instead, you smoke. Instead, the congressman offered his simplified.
That's first cousin to the Wabbit.
Shut the fuck up. Don't you do that to me, you asshole. I'm screwing myself up. I do not need any assistance from you. God damn.
You gave me an opening.
I could not have done that better myself.
Interesting one, you bastards. All right. Now.
I'm not in cahoots with Daryl. I'm a mercenary. I just
Sniping from cover, huh,
Yeah.
you bastard? All right. All right.
I side with whoever is to my advantage.
If an enemy of my enemy is my friend, you heartless fucker.
Kinda
All right,
sorta,
all right. Instead, the congressman offered his simplified plan, I almost did it again, to fix the border crisis in less than a week. Monday, I would pass a resolution that was Representative Trent Frank's idea, representative from Arizona. Okay, I can see how they would be in on it. That says, these are all the things the president did to cause this crisis, and this is what he needs to do to fix it. The National Guard should be called upon by all the border state governors. Arizona's already got the, Arizona?
Texas.
Texas is sending the Guard down there. Not enough, but the Guard's on its way, yeah.
After this, I want to expand on that a little bit. I have a theory, but go ahead.
Tuesday, I would send the Senate a fix to the 2008 bill, the one that requires all minors from Central America to have lengthy judicial hearings before any deportation. I remember that's what slows the whole thing down. By the time they finally get around to the kids have disappeared and they have to, they usually end up staying anyway. Okay, as a standalone bill, that would take the fig leaf away from the president and the Democrats. Even though it's not the cause of the problem, he believes the prospect of amnesty is luring the immigrants, it will take away the excuse. Okay, we fix the legal, we get rid of the judicial hearings before deportation. If you're here illegally, you're deported. You could do that in about 5 minutes. Where's your documentation? You're here illegally? Can you speak English? No? Bye. Yeah. Wednesday, I would send the Senate a standalone appropriations bill that gives funds directly to the states to send the National Guard to secure the border. Okay? And Thursday, I put the other good ideas that have been suggested into a much smaller package bill and then send that to the Senate. So basically, he just wants to get the troops down on the border to repel all invaders. And a funding bill in order to pay the states to be able to do it. Okay. Representative Kay Granger, Republican from Texas, had released her draft of the House Leaders' Plan on Wednesday, which contained a litany of proposals, but nothing addressing amnesty. Big surprise there. Democrats want voters, Republicans want cheap labor. Two cheeks of the same ass.
Thank you.
Yep. However, after a meeting of GOP House members on Friday morning, in which conservatives had a chance to register their input, she said the plan had been pared down to bare bones suggestions. You didn't think it was all going to stay put, did you? Primarily, revising the 208 law, allowing Border Patrol agents access to federal lands, which right now they can't. That's why you're fighting Border Patrol posts 40 miles inside the border. All that federal land that's been bought up by the government over all this time, is not accessible to the Border Patrol agents. They're not allowed there.
Why?
It's set aside to be pristine.
No contact.
Yeah, that's what all this land is. You're not allowed out there. It's an environmental bunch of bullshit. You can't go there and disturb anything.
Part of Agenda 21.
Not natural habitat, it's fucking desert, all right? Even the snakes out there are pissed. All right, let's see. Revising the law, allowing the Border Patrol to access the lands, deploying the National Guard, assigning more immigration judges. Speak English? No. Bye. That was easy. Next. And a call for greater cooperation with Central American countries to repatriate unaccompanied children, which, in complete contrast to that douche nozzle from down there, I can't remember his name. We got the article here already that we just talked about a little bit ago. We're saying that we're not doing our part in this crisis. It is our quest for drugs that are keeping his people in a state of fear and civil war down there, which is why all these people are running up to you to get away from all the nonsense down here.
Really?
Yeah. He's blaming this humanitarian crisis on us.
Because of our drug habit.
Yeah. There is something to be said about that, but not in total. If they were actually doing something to stop it down there, but you're not, and the United States is slow in sending money their way in order to help fight the problem.
There's the whole root of the thing.
Join the club. The United States is slow in sending money my way. Oh, wait.
All
Right.
They don't send you any, they just take it away.
But they're awful damn quick at taking my money, aren't they?
Speaking of which,
And the hell of it is, and let's throw this out there, they don't need our money. If they want something, they just print whatever they want and purchase it, or we'll put it on this bill. We are so far in debt. Every single dollar every person in this country earns could be confiscated, and it would not put a dent in the interest payment on what we owe. 100% of all tax, all income from every American citizen could be confiscated by the feds, and it would not pay down the interest on the national debt. So, ladies and gentlemen, they say that they need your money and you're not paying your fair share. They don't fucking need it because they have no intention of ever paying off the debt.
Just going to spend it elsewhere.
The whole idea of them, having to have money to buy this or buy that is bullshit. It's all ticks on a computer someplace. It means nothing.
The Great American Smokeout. 3rd Thursday in November. Thank you, Tim.
All right! Kick entirely too much ass. I mean, you know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to take the day off. And I am walking around downtown Meadville with a cigar in my mouth lit all fucking day.
Oh, by the way, John, I wanted to tell you, you need to talk to your boss to have him give you another pay raise so that you can pay more into the Social Security so they can keep paying my check.
Keep that finger down. Keep that finger down. Keep that finger down. We have more. Keep the finger down. Don't pull your hair out.
If you keep that up, you're going to have concussion.
I'm going to give you the last rites if you don't knock that shit off. All right, here we go. Let the yeesh. Very more to your birthday. Let's see. What she calls bare bones, King saw as an over-ambitious attempt to cobble together too many plans in one package. Okay, King said the House simply passed his 4 proposals: arm and fund the National Guard, and repatriate their asses like now. Okay, let's see. Congress would have done everything it could and removed some of the tools people are using to play politics. Otherwise, he said, Congress will have subscribed to the president's agenda for the rest of his term, which is open borders. All right. WorldNet Daily asked King if he thinks Obama's even interested in securing the border. All right. Not mincing words, the adamant Iowan. Surprised I got that one through.
Adamant Iowan.
Stop it. This president will not secure the border. He's more likely to build the Keystone XL pipeline twice than he is to secure the border. Amen, brother. You got this one down cold. And that's why King believes the House plan is so risky. The congressman told WorldNet Daily he's afraid Obama will tweak his policy called Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. This goes back. Deferred Action for
DACA. There had to be a
Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. The simple fact that they have been planning this means he knew these fuckers were on their way.
This is manufactured from the word go.
Indeed. To extend amnesty to more illegal immigrants, Obama implemented DACA on June 15th, 2012. To unilaterally extend amnesty to illegal immigrants who arrived as children after Congress refused to pass the DREAM Act. Now I see where this shit's coming together.
Executive action.
Uh-huh. I've got a pen and a phone.
Rule by
I've got a
decree.
solution to the whole thing.
Be a tyrant.
Rule 308.
Nope, real simple.
I'm sorry. I gotta want to use Rule 308. Please let me use Rule 308. Hang on. Now, King is concerned the president will just take a couple of components of DACA and erase them, such as the date you had to be here by and the age. If he does that, it's like amnesty for everyone. Indeed. You get DACA passed, now you erase the age requirement, under 14, and you change the date that you had to be here. And once you've done that, it's go time. And he is known for changing his own laws once they've been implemented.
Obamacare.
Bing, 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 there we go. Very well done. All right. So, WorldNet Daily asked, would the House package bill just open the door for Obama to pick and choose what he wants and make up the rest? So he's doing now! He said yes, because Odumbo has demonstrated that he will do that over and over again. He said the solution to the border crisis lies not with the president, but with the states. The states need to take the power back.
Yeah, Jen tried that, and look where it got her.
She's still fighting.
Yeah, and she's still fighting. but it's not doing any good.
That's because she's trying to fight it legally with their rules.
It's doing more good than you think. The fact that she's still got her feet dug in is an embarrassment to everybody else. Let's see. We have to send a strong message. I'm tired of sending messages. I want action. That the only way we're going to secure the borders is if the border state governors do so with the National Guard. Action. And their other law enforcement services. Sheriff Joe. The only way that we in Congress can help is to appropriate funding directly to them, which is the job of the federal government, to secure the border. Because the president will misappropriate any money that we say should go to the border states. That's just how it was done with this administration. Should Governors Jan Brewer, here we go, Republican from Arizona, and Susana Martinez, Republican of New Mexico, another interesting woman who's actually talking about a possible presidential run.
I've not heard of her.
I have, and I'm cautiously optimistic. Maybe not as president right out of the gate, but certainly a Veep choice.
Is she a Sarah?
She's actually a smarter Sarah.
That's saying a lot.
You know that, I know that. There's a lot of people who don't give Sarah the credit that she's due because they see her and think cheerleader.
I think the reason...
I see her and think cheerleader, but that's entirely for a different reason. Yeah. That's a president that definitely can
I
get
see
behind.
her and think, gee, why couldn't she be my mama?
I don't want her as a mama, dude. Unless you're talking about
A little relative humidity, maybe.
Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. Where the hell did I leave off? My cigar went out.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
That was very wrong.
Yeah, well, not any more wrong than me saying that's a president I could get behind. Let's see. Let's see. Easy one. Let's see. All right. Should those two, Martinez and Brewer, follow suit and do what Governor Perry is doing and send the Guard to the border on his own authority, which he does have.
For the moment, I want to talk about this.
We will.
We will.
All right. Let's see. While hoping the federal government will pick up the tab. I don't think I should weigh in on that yet. I don't know how critical their need is right now. But if the border is secured in Texas, then the pressure will shift to Arizona, and then it will be necessary. Okay. Joining King, Steve Stockman, Texas, pointed out, the National Guard has the right to arrest people. That's why it's the best tool to restore law and order on the border. That's the nature of the National Guard. The Texan also said, the reason it is so tough to fix this problem is because the president isn't really interested in fixing it. Obama is trying to create this crisis so that he can execute his immigration policy. All right. Democrat-controlled Senate is trying to help that policy by voting on a $2.7 billion bill that would fund the immigrants' journey through the long legal process, but make no policy changes at all, and make no attempt to stem the surging tide of illegal immigrants. They want the money strictly to run through the courts without changing policy or providing any money to send little bastards back. All right.
I've got the answer to the whole
Let's see.
shoot.
So hold on. The revised House plan is less than $1 billion, but House Speaker Boner from Ohio may be hard pressed to get the 218 votes he would need to pass it. Okay. What's this about Nancy Pelosi?
I don't know.
Nancy Pelosi.
King has an unlikely ally in House Minority Leader Pelosi, and that she wants to deal with the 2008 law separately. However, her motives are diametrically opposed to King's. For one thing, she knows all Democrats will vote against anything that changes that law. For another, she has a bigger game in mind. Okay. Putting her cards flush on the table for all to see, Pelosi declared, what is happening at the border is a case for passing comprehensive immigration reform. No.
That's why it's happening.
This is the one that says...
Precisely why it's
This is,
happening.
yeah, this is the one.
It's all orchestrated.
It is a manufactured disaster. Not just a man-made one, but a manufactured. John,
It is 5 minutes till the top of the hour.
you got enough time for what
No.
you had to say?
Nope.
All right.
I got enough time to say what I want to say. Simple answer to the whole damn thing. Make everybody in the world a citizen of the United States and they can stay the fuck home.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, hold on a second.
let's chew on this. You're an asshole by bringing this up with limited time.
They won't have any reason to come here.
That's
They're
right.
already citizens.
That's right, stay home.
They won't have to come here because they're already there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here. No, you're there.
So you can stay where you're at.
The old fart's gone to something, I think. The old Pollock has got something.
Therein lies a problem, and you knew I was going to find one. The whole New World Order thing. Because that would be Pax Americana, where the entire world is America. Under American law, under American rule, whether you like it or not. How do you enforce that which a lot of the world simply ain't going to do?
Nuke 'em. Then,
Nukes on American soil?
well, we can nuke the moon because we can.
Well, we haven't done it yet. We haven't done it. We
Wait for the Chinese to get there. Then
nuke them. Squirrel. Apparently, either another probe or I can't remember what the hell it was, has taken pictures of some of the landing sites on the moon.
And there's nothing there?
No shit is there.
Oh, okay.
The lunar rover and all that other shit is parked right where they left it. And I don't think it was an American satellite or anything that did it. But apparently somebody else has managed to take pictures of the landing sites and the shit's up there. So your batshit crazy tinfoil hat types out there that say it was all staged are having a little bit of a hard time rewinding this one.
Man, I wouldn't want to pay
All
that
the pictures are
much.
fake. Don't you know this? That's what they're going to say.
What's their motivation? Anybody else, any other country that would do this, what is their motivation for doing this?
Here's a clue. Give up on the no moon landings thing. It happened. Deal with it.
We got other shit to
Let's
worry about.
start. If you really want to chew on a conspiracy, look at Kennedy.
Why? Everybody's doing that one.
Well, okay.
Okay, it's a bigger fan club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bigger fan club. Yeah, you'll have more people to geek with. All right. All right, kids. We're gonna take another break, and by God, don't you think we should?
Break.
And I still got a little bit of beer. I gotta relight my cigar. I don't even know where the hell we went with that last start. There's some interesting stuff. Actually, I'm stalling because I can't find what I want. All right, we'll do this. You're listening to Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, Braveheart, 88.7 FM. We'll be right back.
Oh, we're looking for a simple solution. There it is.
It has merit. It has merit. I kind of...
Then we can reestablish the Appalachian projects that were going on in the 30s, to modernize the...
Oh, jeez, the NRA little things. Yeah. Well, Obama's all about rebuilding infrastructure, the shovel-ready jobs.
That's
You got a
right.
whole goddamn country, world to rebuild. Not dumb thing. No. 9, it's yet.
I didn't either. I would like to do the Boy Scout one, because it's at the opposite.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Yeah, well, we're all tying into the border, so
Yeah.
we'll stay with
But
that.
it's the opposite.
Did I see that?
Well, we didn't catch it.
We didn't catch it.
I said Obama's grave would be a great shovel-ready job.
I don't want him dead.
Me neither.
I want him shamed. I want him embarrassed. I still got half of one here. What the hell? Bring one out. I'll kill this off in short order. Exactly.
By the way, John, I
Yeah.
pulled up a story about beer. Beer is actually good for you. go out,
We
1 or
know
2 a
we know
day
this.
for men, 1 for a woman. Cleans out all kinds of bullcrap in your systems. It's got
Problem
about
being-
seven righteous benefits.
Righteous.
Righteous.
Actually, that's kind of a sad sound.
That means it's in there.
Yeah.
It's full of air. Now it's full of hot air.
He got you on that one. You can't deny him that. You are such a sap. You are such a sap.
You know what my failing is? I trust you fuckers.
I let him into
I
it.
should know better than this.
I let him into it.
Especially on radio night.
I should not trust either one of you fuckers beyond
No,
300 yards.
we should have done that on you.
Both language
Well-
and content.
Well, maybe they can.
Well, it is on a squirrel cam. It just,
This is your last
They can't tell what we were saying today.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Oh, they can.
oh
Oh,
yeah, that thing's on the camera.
Put that one in your wealth of knowledge.
Take a red
Keep making
But I
the
paid
mistake
for
of
it.
trusting you bastards.
It was.
Trust us
how people have it over.
for
Trust and verify.
6 days and 21 hours a week.
Nothing is the truth. Nothing is
But the remaining 3 hours,
Forget it.
watch your back, bro. I'm back here, but I'm not watching yours. Well, I
Hey,
am.
it's like this. I wouldn't say anything behind his back. I wouldn't say to his face.
Exactly.
I do appreciate that.
Exactly.
I
Dude,
said
that was beautiful.
Remember what I said at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, yep.
That was the moment. Fucker got me.
And
I knew it was gonna happen.
Dad.
I knew it was gonna happen, and I still never saw it coming.
He's a dickhead that way.
Douche nozzle. Anyhow. Now, let's see. As long as we're fucking with one part of the order.
Don't forget, I want to talk about Perry.
Find that other story.
Boy Scout one.
There it is.
Yeah, the Boy
No,
Scout.
that's- There it is.
I'm going to make this very short, simple, and sweet. Okay?
Okay.
Border Patrol agent is pointing a gun at a 10-year-old kid. That agent's getting dead. Period.
I haven't read the story yet, so don't give no spoilers. Okay? I like it when my outrage is organic.
It's going to be.
Organize the make.
Hush, not orgasmic. No. Some porch.
I leech.
That was a real comer.
And upper cover.
Okay. Now I need some ear bleach.
Hey, it's your turn, fucker.
You know what? You're pretty fucking ugly. You better get your date drunk.
I'm not worried about that. At least I didn't know how to please me. You really want to keep up with this?
No.
Alright. Mine's all the way over there, so you're safe.
I'm not aiming at you.
Well, then hand me that.
So you can? Aim
No,
at me?
just because it's all the way over there and I feel kind of lonely. I do. It's been ignored all this time. And I know you need to add one of these to your collection.
Fucking Ben has one.
Yes.
Yes.
You need to get one.
No.
Commonality of parts. Is that when the excrement hits the ventilator, I want to be able to go clip and toss me the right one. That ain't gonna fit. Double stack 40 ain't gonna go sliding in there.
If you get a 45, get a single stack. Because of the 17 million 45s the government made for World War I, World War II, Vietnam.
Finding shit that will fit is not going to be difficult.
Hell, I put 45s together using surplus government parts.
He's cool like that.
I like putting guns together.
I don't care who makes it. If it's a 1911, I want it.
There's enough people that will make one. And as long as that thing has been around,
Right now,
it's still popular. It's just
Right
That's something
now,
he said.
my best bet, or your best bet, unless they've dropped in the quality, and since I haven't been able to deal with them, Springfield Armory is still your best bet.
Actually, if I'm ever able to get one, I'm going to buy a 3-ounce.
1,500. They're still making them. They're doing well with them. They haven't started working on the 308 sniper rifle yet. That's next in their development.
Oh, by the way, my son is now a free man. Free man.
You were telling me about that last week.
He got his divorce, and he signed the car over to his ex-wife today. So he now no longer has to make any car payments.
Freedom!
Pay for her car insurance. But he did add his stepdaughter onto his car insurance.
Stepdaughter.
He has a 17 or 18-year-old stepdaughter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In fact, I was supposed to have a graduation party today, but it turns out it was tomorrow, and I already asked Kathy to get a Monday off to go to camp for 2 days. So we're not gonna make it to the graduation. Because they didn't tell us until about Monday or Tuesday.
You gotta watch that. I've caught shit from not going to a graduation party from a 6-year-old. All right.
That's all right. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you
just
know.
you gotta be careful. We're coming back. Coming back. And we sit back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the third hour, Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, Braveheart, 88.7 FM here in lovely Meadville, Pennsylvania, where it is
72.
I'll take your word for it because this thing's showing me Erie, and I have no idea why. I'm not in Erie, dipshit.
Count your blessings.
Oh, I don't know. There's a whole big body of water I could be jumping into right now. There it is.
They've already fished one body out of there today.
I
Now,
can be too.
was that up by Erie or was that over by Cleveland?
Erie.
So why did they fish it out? They might have wanted to be there.
They didn't want to.
I don't know. I don't know that much about it. All I know is that a couple fishermen reported something floating face down in the water.
Seeing as how it was face down, that pretty much eliminated the something part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. 76 goddamn degrees outside. You stay there.
It's a bad belly to it.
Well, now that it's coming down, I'm a little happier, relatively speaking. Now, when we last left our heroes, we were discussing various and sundry bullshit going on down on our southern border, and Johan had a comment on Texas Governor,
Yeah.
Mr. Perry. ¿Qué pasa, Holmes?
As soon as I saw the story that Perry is calling up the state guard to go to the border, my very first thought was one word: escalation. And Perry is putting the military, the portion of the military that's under his control,
Indeed.
on the border,
Which is where they belong.
which is where they belong. I'm not disparaging Perry, not one bit.
Okay.
He's doing what he should. The problem is, I'm afraid that there's two possibilities. One, Perry is actually acting in the best interest of his state. Or two, he's playing along just to, further the illusion
But something's being done.
that something is being done.
I've never really gotten that sense from Perry, but I suppose it's a possibility.
Don't forget, Perry, when he was as he was running for president, he partook of the Bilderberg meeting, and this is not tinfoil hat stuff.
No, I know that.
Okay, this is actual documented events. Perry partook of a Bilderberg meeting, which prompted me to declare on August 25th, 2012, or
Wow.
2011,
Wow.
that he was going to be the next president. I was wrong. Okay. Anyway, Perry is a global player. He's a globalist. That's what Bilderberg is all about. This is either a genuine act of insurrection against the federal government and will be viewed as such and dealt with as such.
It is Texas, though. If anybody's going to pull that game, Texas is the best prepared to weather it.
Or this is subterfuge to make everything. What am I looking for here? What did you say?
You said a lot of things.
Yes.
The term that comes to my mind goes back to the old Soviet term, maskarova.
Yeah, masquerade.
It's,
Masquerade.
This is a game that's being played.
Yeah,
And this is a
Obama
piece-
is still directing things. Well, his puppeteers
his
are.
handlers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But visibly, Obama is still handling things. Perry is just playing along for the show. Either way, it's bad. If he's just playing along for the show, that's obvious.
Obvious.
Okay. If this is a genuine act of insurrection against the federal government,
I don't call it insurrection. I as far as I'm
Defiance,
concerned,
baby.
Defiance. Yes.
I am speaking through in terms of looking through the eyes of the federal government.
Okay, so
at
we
Texas.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Kind of, okay, you would consider everything that Jan has done insurrection.
From this point of view, yes.
Okay, that's
That's not how
I got it.
feel.
Obviously, that's what I wanted to clarify that.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. No, if this is a genuine act of insurrection on Perry's part, number one, good on him.
Indeed.
But is what's going to be the fallout from this act of insurrection as viewed by the federal government?
Yes.
Okay, this is
Martial
not, okay, a bunch of militia guys showing up at a ranch in Utah to put down an obscure federal agency who's stealing cattle. This is
One that they could conceivably walk away from, and everybody said, okay, that's an isolated incident. We blinked this time because we weren't prepared for the resistance. If this is a state saying, all right, fuckers, you're not going to do the job, we'll take this, we'll do this ourselves. We don't really need your help anymore. Have a nice
The
day.
last time a state said that was a 4-year war among the states.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Darrell.
I just want to inject a couple points here about the National Guard being on there. I have mixed emotions about it, and these emotions or thoughts came because of what I heard on Alex Jones. Is Perry actually going to do something about it, or is he going to use the National Guard just to round up the aliens that the Border Patrol is missing, and then bus them over to a Border Patrol station and turn them loose to the Border Patrol? Or is he actually going to take them, and this is what I would do, round them up, put them on a bus and take them to the first crossing and push them back over the border?
Yeah.
Second point that I want to make is that new fence that they were toting, about how they were building that new fence.
700 miles.
Yes. About, I forget the exact.
36.
But what I'm getting at is every so many feet, I think it might be a mile, might be a quarter mile, might be a half mile. But anyway, every so many feet, there is a 40-foot opening in that wall where electronic gates are supposed to be put in that have not been put in.
Why put in gates?
Well-
What's the purpose of putting gates in?
Entry points, then they.
Why entry points? The whole idea is to put up a goddamn
Right,
fence.
I know, the idea is put up a fence, but I'm just saying, every mile, there's a hole in that fence where they can just detour for a mile and go through it. So, the fence is not doing what it's being cracked up to do, other than just changing the flow points.
Well,
but-
I can understand that, but a flow point every mile.
Like I said, I'm not sure of the exact distance, I'm just,
Still, if you're going to do this, should be channeled into a major population area where there's an infrastructure to handle the flow.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you put a 3-layer fence with concertina wire across it, far enough space that you can't run a ladder over top of the concertina from fence to fence, and and you have roving patrols going back and forth
Right.
to see if
I'm
anybody's cut
just-
through.
I'm just saying, this is the situation down there. So a lot of this stuff that's going on is window dressing, making people think, or giving the people the illusion they are doing things,
See, that's
okay? And that's why I bring up the
Thankfully,
question
there
about.
are three assholes sitting in this room here right now that want to see the proof. And if we don't see the proof, then we will scream loud and long that it is a bunch of window dressing, that it is a mascarola, and it's a bunch of crap.
Right,
We've been doing this for 20 damn years, and we have no intention of stopping now.
Now,
I really hope that this is the beginning of somebody showing some balls and getting down there and doing serious. Now, if they are met by Mexican soldiers with guns pointing in the other direction, there's an escalation that Obama cannot ignore.
if those, the Mexicans can stand on their side of the border and point guns across the border all day long, all they want. If they shoot across the border, or if they come across the
We
border,
engage.
that is an act of war.
Yeah.
That is, as defined, I believe, by the Geneva Convention,
Not that I
that
pays attention
is
to it.
an act of war.
You know that, I know that, there was a misunderstanding. Our prayers go to the thoughts of the brave National Guardsmen.
The heroes,
Yeah.
the heroes.
Don't get me started on that topic, because
Okay.
I think that's how I
didn't mean to
alienated a
take
couple
you
of our
off your
Twitter
point,
followers.
but,
Okay, that's fine. All Obama has to do, and this is I believe since Bush, all Obama has to do is national guard. Oh, wow.
nationalize.
Blood syndrome. Drink. Bonk, gargle.
Swish it.
There you go.
Swish
See,
it.
that always
Okay.
helps. Always helps.
All Obama has to do is nationalize the Texas Guard, deploy them somewhere
Elsewhere.
elsewhere.
He's
And-
an East-ass crackus.
That's all he has to do.
Get them all out of the country.
Get them all out of the country.
Which was kind of the whole idea behind what all these foreign deployments were in.
Because
Now we got,
if I remember correctly, it was Bush that enabled the federal government to usurp the state guards.
that's right.
Are you sure it didn't go before him?
They were, I won't say they were usurped, but they were nationalized for certain conflicts, World War II, Korea. I don't know how many,
I'm wondering if that authority was ever rescinded and given back to the states, or if it's...
well, they have the War Powers Act that was
Yeah.
passed, and every president gets a chance to sign off. Every 2 years, he gets a chance to sign off.
Okay,
If he
that's
don't, he can use executive order to nationalize
as
them.
he's done before.
To nationalize any military unit in this country. National Guard, doesn't matter, or hometown guard, or whatever you want to call it. They've done it before. So they have the president set that they can do that. And I think where you're getting at, John, is keeping these conflicts going, like Wag the Dog 3,
Time out on the
to
field
send troops
here.
over there.
They're one of the states, and it might very well be Texas, that has something like the National Guard, but it has never been put up as. They call it the Home Guard.
Yeah, and so does Arizona, I do believe.
That may be who I'm looking at. Liberty Tree. Okay. Bring it up. Mexican
Oh
military.
yeah, we know that. They have shot across the border. We know that.
Dozens of times.
Yeah, troops have come across the border.
And where is Eduardo living these days?
Still down in Texas.
So he's down there. Okay.
Anyway, now,
I'd forgotten about that. Okay. Our cub reporter.
my
Because he is
thoughts,
he is but young.
my thoughts and views on this are not entirely my own. Ben and I had a lengthy discussion about this very topic, and
That's why y'all need to come up and visit.
he planted some ideas in my head, this last son of a bitch. Quick aside,
Squirrel.
if Ben was actually moving up here, there would have been he would have been the fifth stooge. He would have fit right in. Because the man is such a objective, critical
Well,
thinker.
let's think about how many Stooges are there?
Well, there's,
Moe, Larry, Curly
Shemp.
Joe, and Shemp.
yeah.
There's about 5 of them.
So there, we got room for another Stooge.
Anyway,
Get your ass up here,
he was,
or roaming Stooge.
we got to talking about this. I had my own ideas, he had his own ideas, and everything that I've just talked about for the last 20 minutes or so was a combination of the two. So I want to give credit where credit's due.
Indeed.
Not everything I said is of my own mind.
But it is
I'm influenced by him.
Yeah, hey, that's fine. That's fine.
I've gotten.
I get a lot of the stuff that is bouncing around in my head right now from Carradine,
I get.
because he'll kick in with something that I've heard. Go ahead.
I've gotten to the point where I don't care what government agency, whether it be state, federal, city, or township, local, or whatever.
Yeah.
I question every motive or everything they do. What's the
You have
ulterior
to now.
motive?
Oh, you know,
Sure, they're talking
It
about a
is-
certain game, but what are
we
they actually
live in
gonna
a
do?
world that I don't recognize anymore,
And we've been lied to too many times.
and the lack of trust. And all right, to branch off on this subject just a little bit, to give you an example of the type, the world we're living in. This is a quick story that's going to be off the top of my head that has absolutely nothing to do with what we've been talking about here. A nice little old lady whose children had outgrown playing with dolls, was giving away dolls to the parishioners in her church.
Yes, I saw that story.
The dolls were very elaborate porcelain types, and she had a lot of them. She collected them over the years, and would try to match up the doll to one of the children who lived in that house. She would leave them anonymously on the porches. The parishioners freaked,
Question.
thinking it was a stalker, handing out porcelain dolls that looked like their kids. And in today's world, I can see both sides. This nice woman just thought it was a nice gesture. She was giving these unwanted toys to some little girls who might like them, tried to match up the hair color and the hairstyle and facial features of the one she had to a child that might live in that house. The parents were scared because they didn't know where they were coming from, who would do this, and the fact that they actually looked like one of their kids, they freaked.
Yeah.
And after an investigation, they found no harm, no foul. The elderly woman was, a little upset, a little chagrined. She, just trying to do something nice. And the rest of the parishioners, once they found out what was going on, they felt a little sheepish. And but I understand their thoughts. Again, I don't recognize this world we live in anymore. It's not really the world I want to live in anymore. But we're here. And I don't know how much we can do to fix the things that are broken. But we got to keep trying.
We gotta keep trying, and there is always the possibility it can be fixed, but it's gonna take a long while.
I'm beginning to think it might not be able to be fixed, Daryl. Maybe
Well-
slowed down, but not fixed.
If we can't fix it, you know what the next step is, the Lord's coming,
Um,
and He'll fix it. People aren't gonna like the way it's fixed, but it's gonna be fixed.
I'll take anything we can get right now. All right, let us transition. Unless you have something else, John.
All I want to add is watch what happens in Texas, because the border thing is across the entire border. Texas has taken the next logical step. Is it live or is it Memorex?
Exactly.
And
Well said.
And watch what happens as a result of Perry's actions.
If he has any success of doing the right thing,
Yeah.
waits to be seen what New Mexico and Arizona will do. We know what California will do. They're gonna lay over and take
Yeah.
the federal money and not do anything. But if one or two of the other states along the border step in and do the same thing or similar thing, you're looking at a major slap in the face to the federal government. They aren't gonna sit still.
I would love to see it. I would love to see the state say, okay, fuckers wouldn't do anything fun. Yeah, I'll do it myself. Now, let us shift to the northern border. You thought we only had problems in one side? No. Once again, this comes with courtesy of WorldNet Daily. Border Patrol points gun at Boy Scout's head.
Border Patrol dead.
God bless America. U.S. Border Patrol agents on the Canada-Alaska border. That's way the hell. I keep forgetting this one up there. Yeah. Okay. Detained a Boy Scout troop, a whole troop, for 4 hours, and threatened one boy with a loaded pistol to his head, all because one of the scouts tried to take a picture of the agents. What the fuck's going on in Alaska? Gonna give it back to the Russians? That wouldn't surprise me. The incident involving Troop 111 from Iowa. An Iowa troop got to go to Alaska? Fuckers are never going to forget that trip, are you? Occurred over the weekend as the scouts re-entered the U.S. at Alaska after camping trip to Canada.
Boy Scout troops do that all the time.
They do?
Well, sure, this troop that I was scoutmaster for.
We never got out of the goddamn county when I was
went
here.
to Algonquin up there in the.
I know where that is.
You know,
I know a little bit of my geography.
way up in the Canadian.
In the Great White North, eh?
Yeah.
Alright. Troop leader Jim Fox, a likely name, told KCCI TV in Des Moines, Iowa, the boy was threatened with a $10,000 fine and 10-year prison term for taking pictures of a border entry point, the accuracy of which many experts say is dubious at best. This one has a certain odor to it. We continue. The incident apparently was touched off as the boys started to take a photo. As agents went on high alert, the boy complied with an order to stop. But as another scout was unloading luggage from one of the group's vans to be searched, the heat got turned up. He hears the snap of a holster, turns around, and here's this agent, both hands on a loaded pistol, pointed at this young man's head.
That agent would be dead.
Yeah.
Should be dead.
Right now.
Slowly.
Dead.
Very slowly. After being detained for 4 hours, the troop was allowed to re-enter the U.S. and arrived Sunday in Iowa. Unable to avoid the contrasting image of a southern border in which the U.S. agents welcome illegal aliens into the U.S. every day and don't even return fire from heavily armed cartels, Fox was livid. I am outraged by the fact that, we had 18 Boy Scouts that want to come home, Fox told KCCI, yet we have southern borders, we have all over our country, border protection, but it's like a sieve. Let's see. Yet, some Boy Scout leaders had a completely different perspective on the incident.
Idiots.
How many of them are gay?
Get out of my head.
It's too easy to do, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Charles Vonderheld of the Mid-Ohio Boy Scouts of America said Troop 111 learned a valuable lesson. Really? Really, you douche nozzle. All right.
What
Here we go.
lesson were they?
Hold on.
Oh.
We want to make sure that they follow the rules and that Scouts are good citizens. And it's a great lesson in civics for that young man and for that troop. Vonderheld said with dutiful grin in an interview with KCCI.
Learn your civics. That's what it's saying. It's not a real gun.
Get that away from my head. If it's plugged in, it's gonna hurt.
It's not plugged in.
I don't trust
But
you.
I'm dramatizing the story.
Yes.
Learn your civics. Not him either.
I'd rather learn this. Anyway.
Are you unnerved? Are you rattled?
What the hell's he putting in my head? Fuck. Okay, there it is.
It's a soldering iron.
Used for torture purposes.
No,
At
for
least
welding
that-
the pieces together.
That's what I use it for. Sorry.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. I should have done this.
Yes, you should have.
Learn your civics.
I invite that shit. Anyhow, hold on a second.
Can I throw in a quick squirrel? From Bill.
Okay, go ahead.
Guys, the correct term is federalized, not nationalized. You're right. My bad. As the Texas National Guard, Governor Perry can direct them to stop and arrest illegals. If Obama federalizes them, the Texas National Guard will not have arrest powers. Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Okay, I must. I know this. I'm surprised I missed it during the commentary. My bad. Okay, you're right. All right. Let's see.
Civics lesson, that's where we left off.
Yeah, I'm going
Where
back
we
to.
were so rudely interrupted by a soldering iron.
Sorry to
He was talking about it was
Charles von der Helde.
that Irish guy.
Quick squirrel! Quick squirrel!
All right, squirrel away.
A guy I work with had a shirt on this week. It said Irish-ish.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
I love that shirt.
Now hold on. I'm Irish-ish.
So am I.
I'm three.
So am I.
I'm 3/4 German, 1/4 Irish. That
I-
makes me Irish-ish.
I'm 3/4 German, 20% Irish, and the rest is all
Heinz 57.
Heinz 57.
Yeah, you're a mutt.
I am a
His
mutt.
nose is cold and wet.
I'm a Heinz 57 with a Civic Mind.
But you're always a Polak.
You'll always be a Polak to
I'm
us.
Civic Minded.
He's a civic-minded kind of guy. You know, I'm ashamed of myself that all the years I've known you, I've never used that gag because it's so obvious.
It is obvious.
Yeah, and it's hey, how many times have I seen it? Pound for pound, lame
Right
puns
pun
are your best entertainment value. Absolutely. I'm embarrassed that I've never used that one. Shit. I gotta work it in somehow. I don't know how. Probably at our next public gathering, I'll introduce you as the most civic-minded person I know. I gotta do it.
It works.
I can't not do
works.
it now. It is lame to the extreme, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a cowboy hat. Gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Can we get back to the facts,
No.
leader?
Yeah.
Who thinks this was a good idea?
Yeah, I this is stunning to me. Okay. Mid-Ohio Boy Scouts of America. He's got to be in some leadership position.
Some
there.
council leadership.
Yeah. You have to look into this goofball. Let's see. Trooper, learned a valuable lesson. Obey without question, and you'll be okay. We want to make sure that they follow the rules. Do you really understand how this country was founded?
This is how the Nazis made the Jews follow the rules.
That's it. Hey, that's how you think they created brown shirts. Be a good citizen. Do what we tell you. Follow your orders. Nuremberg defense.
A 10-year-old kid.
Maintain lotons. Maintain lotons. We work on this.
That agent would be dead.
Yeah.
If I ever find out who he is and I meet him face to face,
Don't hunt him down
I won't hunt him down.
because they got to go to Alaska. That's an expensive trip.
If he ever comes
Take a
to
cruise.
Pennsylvania.
Take a cruise.
Oh yes.
Take a cruise. And while you're stopping off at the port of call,
Make sure you have
excuse
your
me,
passport.
officer. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I got a message to you from the lower 48, fuckhole. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, we're not going to talk about the douche nozzle anymore. Dutiful grin. Yeah, obey without question, fuckhole. All right. Reason Magazine reported federal regulations allow for non-commercial photographs of federal facilities only with written permission of an authorized official of the occupied agency concerned. Hold on. Let's chew on this a little bit.
I am going to chew on it.
Yeah.
First Amendment is my written permission.
I agree with you on that. I'd love to see. Wait a minute. Federal regulation. Regulation is not law.
No.
That is something. This could be fun. You'll probably lose, but okay. But oh no, I may be in a very uncomfortable spot here.
Uh-oh.
on the same side as the ACLU.
It happens from time to time.
And it's frightening every time it happens. Let's see here. According to the ACLU, federal buildings and police in plain view fall under the definition of public spaces and can therefore be photographed when someone is lawfully present. Which sounds like what happened with this Boy Scout. Federal courts have consistently ruled that anyone in a public space has no reasonable expectation of privacy and therefore can be photographed or videoed by anyone. So it looks like the Border Patrol guys are fucking wrong. Alright. However, it's always a however. I think this is the third however in this. Photographers have been increasingly targeted since September 11th by law enforcement across the country for taking pictures of federal buildings or other government property. Do you remember the movie, I'm trying to remember that, Aaron Russo put together?
Yes.
You know,
I don't remember
it was
the name of it.
America from Freedom to Fascism.
Yes, I have it.
And he was out there
Fucking
taping in
awesome
front
movie.
of the IRS building, and they kept telling him to shut it down, and the cops were belligerent and said, you know, I have the right to do this, and we're telling you to shut it down. This guy's trying to quote the Constitution on me. I don't, see, that's none of my concern. Shut it down. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Now,
Okay, we got one more paragraph. We'll go ahead.
okay, I was just going to say, if I had been the scoutmaster that was involved with this, I wouldn't have had the means to kill the border agent who pointed a gun at one of my kids' heads.
Your life would have ended right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had the means. But what I would have done is make an example of them and say, boys, this is what tyranny looks like. And leave it at that.
Well,
Civic lesson.
That is a lesson in civics in the United States today. This is
we're
what
having
tyranny
entirely
looks
too
like.
much fun with this. Grinning like a fucking
Change your damn name.
grinning like a baboon. Well, it's spelled
Oh.
differently, so I guess that's something.
I've had it for 66 years, I ain't about to change it now.
He wouldn't be able to figure out how to spell it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, but that's what I
get you.
you know.
All right, last paragraph. There is a widespread continuing pattern of law enforcement officers ordering people to stop taking photographs from public spaces and harassing, detaining, and arresting those who fail to comply. The ACL route. You can tell I've been talking good for a long time. All right.
My English is very well.
Yes.
It don't need no help.
It's
Exactly.
getting better every day.
One more time. Hey. Sports. Anyhow, let's see. The ACLU wrote in a guide to public photography rights, updated earlier this month. Taking photographs of things that are plainly visible. Get the English as tight as I possibly can here. Taking photographs of things that are plainly visible from public spaces is a constitutional right. I'll have to look up the Constitution, see where I find it in there. You know where I'm going with that.
I know where you're going with it.
And that includes federal buildings, transportation facilities, and police and other government officials carrying out their duties. Now, how many times have we documented here where, you know, Popo's behaving badly, or what we believe it is behaving badly, and anybody who's taping it, filming it, taking pictures on their camera phones, and Popo comes over, you can't do that. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Now, while you get your ass beat, and eventually, oh, we're sorry. I guess you could do that. Not a problem. Here's your camera, pieces left of it. Of course, you can't reach out and take it because your arm is in a cast and your jaw is wired shut. All you can do is say, you know, thank you for returning it. And the cop not only gets it. Who keeps turning that up down
Oh, I probably did that when I was down here talking to Terry and trying to get things working.
here? Don't answer the phone. I just shut the ringer off.
Yeah, I was probably going into the house.
Anyway, So not only did we get a chance to discuss how the Border Patrol up in the Great White North is fucking the pooch, another case of Popo behaving badly. All right, what at the Border Patrol station didn't these guys want photographed? Or do they just expect blind
Compliance
obedience?
without question.
Yeah, blind obedience, you will comply, resistance is futile.
Oh, they've got a sense of,
Bork.
they got a sense of paranoia that has been drummed into them.
Are you sure it's paranoia?
Sure, everything.
Is that the
every
correct
time-
word for it?
Well, we'll use it for a better until we come up with something.
Okay.
But they think that every time somebody takes a picture of a government facility or a government employee doing something bad, is the
Liberty Tree.
terrorist.
Liberty Tree's got the thing. If it's a government building, it's owned by we the people.
Right.
Why can't we take a photo of our own property? If your job is being paid for by the people's taxes, you are our employee, you answer to us, I will take your picture anytime I want. This lady trooper, she happens to be kind of photogenic. Got a little woman in uniform. Anyhow.
But
Hey, I've seen some great ones. I've seen some bull mastiffs out there, but I've seen some great ones.
But they're afraid that everybody out there is a terrorist and is out to get them.
Oh, wait, well.
Well, wait a minute. Now, according to my act report, we are.
Yes!
Some bitch.
Depending on some reports, so are they!
Yeah, well, they're the terrorists. You want to know who the terrorist is? Take a look at yourself in the mirror. Po-po.
How does that saying go? If you want to know who controls you, ask who you cannot criticize. Then you'll know who controls you. If you want to know who runs your life, runs your world, just ask yourself, who are you not allowed to criticize? And you'll have your answer. That's a paradigm that needs to be shifted. That's something that needs to be changed. The time is coming where it is going to get ugly and violent and sporting. I'm kind of looking forward to it. All right. Anything else right off the top of your heads? Any comments, questions?
No,
We got maybe about 15 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, mine is short.
Like I said,
There's a couple short ones there.
I really don't give a shit about this one because, of course, Washington doesn't care about what's going on down there.
Well, we reported.
Yeah, we pretty much covered that ad nauseum. Sheriff Joe. He is basically putting in his 2 cents, but we've already covered that again ad nauseum. Let's get his take on it. Something fishy with this administration. Well, no shit, Captain Obvious. And this is a number that kind of bugs me a little bit too. Okay, no real author on this one. This is just something from Sheriff Joe. He might be a contributing author and won't have daily at this stage of the game. Texas Governor Rick Perry's planned deployment of 1,000 National Guard troops to the border. 1,000.
Good start.
That's all it is.
Need more.
Need about 5 times that.
1,000 troops. Has earned him criticism from Democrats and Mexican officials, but I repeat myself. All right. The latter, who are seething. Oh.
You want us to call you ambulance for you?
No shit.
You want a napkin?
Like a big picture of love you little mouth. You're so cute, bitty. Anyhow, our seating Fox's Neil Cavuto. Haven't talked to Cavuto in a while. He gets to talk to Joe quite a bit. Maricopa County, Arizona, Sheriff Joe Arpaio. I'm moving to Maricopa County. It sounds like a fun, happening place. Let's see. Arpaio recalling his tenure as head of the DEA in Mexico City.
Ooh.
I did not
Me
know
neither.
that.
Me neither.
I thought I knew just about all there was to know about Sheriff Joe. His tenure, head of the DEA in Mexico City. This guy knows what he's talking about. He's got experience beyond what I like him even more.
As if that was even possible.
I hate using the term, but man crush comes to mind. Oh, shit. We should be across the border, noting that at one time, U.S. agents worked hand in hand with Mexico's federal police, federales, and military on arrests, drug seizures, and even gun battles. You're right. In my lifetime, I can remember that shit. The two countries were always operational, the sheriff said. The National Guard, they're not going there with machine guns. So why can't we send the Border Patrol or the military across the border to work in a bilateral situation? I can't understand why they are afraid of the National Guard in the United States at the border. It doesn't make sense. Okay. They don't like anything we're doing here. Noting President Obama's planned White House meeting Friday with the presidents of Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, Arpaio asked why the focus was not on Mexico. Why doesn't he have a summit meeting in Mexico City, where Mexico is the most critical country regarding all this? Why do we always leave Mexico out? Why isn't the Mexican president invited to the White House also? That is a good question. If you're having these other kind of...
Well, if you think about it, it is a good question because
Very good question.
the kids that are coming from Central
You
America
gotta travel the length.
are invading Mexico to get here.
I don't know if it's an invasion. I don't think Mexico considers it an invasion.
They might not, but it's
They're being helped by Mexico. Quick squirrel. Side note: that big ass train that everybody talks about.
the death train.
Yeah, the death train, also known down there as the Beast. They are looking to increase their speed through the country to keep people from jumping on board. Right now, the train travels as an average 6 miles per hour as it comes up through Mexico. They're looking to increase the speed to 18 miles an hour. Now, 6 miles an hour makes it easy to jump on board. You just run alongside if you've got it, and kids can, and that's how they're getting on the damn train and hanging on board. Try that at 18 miles an hour.
A little harder to do.
Quite a bit. You're going to see, and I can already see the bleeding heart hair shirt types. Think of the children that are dying trying to get to freedom. What freedom do you think they have? They become a new slave class once they cross the fucking border. Are you out of your goddamn minds? Increase that damn thing to 25 miles an hour and don't take any passengers. So you gotta scrape some of the goo off the side when you get to the border. I don't give a fuck. Alright. Yeah, I'm a little bit of an asshole right now. Alright, let's see. Reading a statement from Mexico's Foreign Affairs Agency calling for the immigration problem to be addressed from a long-term regional perspective and based on principles of good neighborliness, here we go, and shared responsibility. Guido suggested Mexico didn't see the deployment of the National Guard as neighborly. Arpaio fired back.
Bang! It's about time somebody shot that.
As you would expect. If they were neighborly, they would do something in Mexico and crack down on the illegal drug traffic and the illegal immigration instead of criticizing our country all the time. If you want to be a good neighbor, that's what you do. I'm not criticizing Mexico in a sense, but there's something fishy going on with this administration in bed with Mexico. Started under Bush that I saw. May have been even before that.
North American Union.
Well, I saw it with Bush basically dropping to his knees every time Vicente Fox showed up.
They're trying to avoid that image with Obama.
He'd be more at home with it. Actually, it'd be more like bending over, grabbing his knees. Let's see here. I always figured he was a bottom instead of a top.
He was the catcher.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody
Let's
else
see.
is the catcher.
Easily. Let's see. Arpaio conceded Mexico's economic importance. Unfortunately. But argued the U.S. should take some of the foreign aid given to its southern neighbors to meet the $3.7 billion Obama has requested to address the border crisis. help pay for our operation. That's good neighbors. They won't. They expected us to fund it all because they think it's all our fault. Arpaio dismissed concerns putting the National Guard on the border would complicate an already volatile situation. What complications, said Arpaio? I have thousands of posse members. In fact, I'm 30 miles from the border. If I was at the border, you'd see my posse out there. I love Joe. They're not going to be going around there just locking people up. First of all, they don't have the authority to do that. They're just assisting, just like my posse assists my people. Okay, continue. Why is Mexico concerned about the National Guard? They ought to be happy. They should say, come on, National Guard and military, come on across the border and help us out, instead of criticizing our operations. Of course, because, well, Joe, as you well know, that's not the dynamic. That's not the narrative. Mexico is not the only one concerned about Perry's National Guard deployment. The White House announced today it had sent a team. Here we go.
Team.
We had sent a team to Texas Tuesday. Team to Texas Tuesday to assess whether the U.S. National Guard deployment would help to handle the immigration crisis at the Mexican border. Perry's doing it. The White House sends a team down there to see whether we don't approve.
Texas, or White House team, welcome to Texas. Please empty your pockets
Go home.
We have a.
and
we
put your
have a-
hands behind your
we
back.
have a-
You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you
Can
say
they-
can or will be used against you in the court of law.
Can
You have the
they,
right to the presence of an attorney. If you so desire and cannot afford one, one will be provided to you before questioning. Do you understand these rights as I have explained them to you? No comprende English. Next. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna.
I had to finish the
I
Miranda.
just wanted to say, could Texas consider this team as illegal immigrants from the north?
I don't think so, because as much as I would like to, well, nothing's gonna, if they are considered illegal immigrants,
They're gonna do nothing
they'll
anyway.
just ship them to Arizona or some shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I was thinking of give them a ticket and send them back to Washington.
Washington is taking him.
Yes.
Washington is taking them. Let's see. The team, made up of officials from the Department of Defense and the Department of Homeland Security, CHIO, is scheduled to be on the ground Thursday. To date, the White House has resisted calls from Republicans, whatever, to deploy the National Guard to fight the onslaught of migrants, no, illegals, from Central America. Okay. Gentlemen, thoughts?
You lost sons of bitches.
Shoot them all.
That's you know, like I said, I'm not for machine gunning children per se. Okay? I know it might sound like I am, not necessarily. However, like I said before, you got out of there, you little bastard. Facial hair or tits, shoot. It eliminates the breeders, takes their leadership out of there. Now the little bastards are running around. It makes them a lot easier to round up because they're crying for mommy or daddy or El Presidente or whoever the fuck they want. Yeah, go ahead.
Move to California, where they will pay you $6,000 a month to take care of one of these illegal children. You can make a living. You wouldn't have to.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. $6,000
$6,000 a month
per kid?
per kid. Now, I don't know how many you're allowed to take.
Now, remember one thing. This is California we're talking about. Here, $6,000 is a lot of money.
Now, hold on.
California, they're going to pay you $6,000 a month,
how many?
but it costs $7,000 a month to take care of them.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
No, they'll get all the welfare stuff.
Now hold on. How many of the little fuckers do I have to take in? I'm thinking like a welfare recipient here. How many little fuckers do I have to, instead of birthing them naturally, I'll just adopt? How many? my ex to pull this stunt. All right. You've heard of the welfare queens, all right? 2 years, I had 3 kids by another dude, and all on welfare in order to get the welfare bucks. Welfare bought the fucker in question, her baby daddy, a car in order to attend school, and it wasn't really school, it was a class on how to write a resume, but they bought him a car for it. So yeah, this was back in the day, all right? This was 20 years ago. I can only imagine. $6,000 a kid, huh? How much does it cost to put up a Quonset hut? With bunks.
Materials.
Well, General Steel has
Can I do it?
5,000 square foot buildings for like $35,000.
5,000 square feet. I'm not picturing how big that is.
That'd be about 50 or 60 times the size of my
A
shop.
little less than a square mile.
It's too much. Too much, because I ain't sharing the money with anybody. $6,000. 10 would only be 60,000. That's not enough. 20 little bastards.
$120,000 a month. Now, it doesn't say,
You see, the problem here lies in the fact that the little bastards like to eat every day. And, you know,
What do you mean you're hungry? You just ate 24 hours
yeah,
ago.
ate yesterday, damn it. See, there's a problem here.
how many days did you go without food when you were coming up here illegally in the first place?
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
Somebody had to say it.
All right, I am officially going to hell now. All right. Didn't think I was going to go quite that far, did you?
But I'm not surprised.
Oh, now look. I ain't got the answers for this. Because I don't know if there's enough left of an official system in order to make this work. We don't have the time to create a system. This is going to be completely done on the fly.
Everything would be stopgap.
Yeah, entirely. But if there is going to be something done, it has to be done the right way. These fuckers cannot be allowed in.
Every 50
Bottom
feet,
line.
every 50 feet, put a tank for one of them MRAPs.
We got plenty of them coming back instead of handing them out to police departments. Put them on the motherfucking border, bury them in the sand to make them, gun emplacements. Why the fuck not? Just take the treads off. Now they're permanent fixtures. Kick ass. You don't have to fuel them anymore.
Well, they have to fuel them to keep the air conditioning running, so the troops won't pass out.
Details. Fucking details.
But give them
Solar panels.
But give them
Put solar panels on the outside. They're in the desert.
Yeah.
Put solar panels on the outside and make all this shit electronic.
But let's give them some ammunition so that they can, shoot game once
I'll
in a while.
give them my stash. If they'll do it, I'll adopt an MRAP. I have a plan here. We can arm the border just like they do with adopt the highway to where the crews come out and clean them up. Adopt an MRAP to secure the border. How American can you get? Son of a bitch, I like this so much. Kickstarter program, we'll get started tomorrow. Kick ass.
Why wait till tomorrow? Let's start tonight.
My technical skills aren't good enough to do it tonight. John, are you busy? Or have I thrown too much at you too quick?
Way too much too much.
All right, cats and kittens, we've done it again. We're up against it.
The show was pretty much one
I
sided.
am so going to hell. I believe God has a sense of humor, but he's probably looked down and said, we got to talk. All right, final thoughts. Daryl, anything?
No. I think we just about covered it all tonight.
Yeah, well, as much as we're going to get away with anyway. John?
Anything added would be simply extraneous.
Good point. Good point. Oh, well, that wraps it up. And so,
Here's done. I'm needed elsewhere now. I'm needed wherever outlaws rule the West.
oh, I'm so going to
Wherever
hell.
innocent women and children are afraid to walk the streets. Wherever a man cannot live in simple dignity. Wherever a people cry out for justice. Oh, shit.
So until we see you next time, God bless the Republic.
Death to the New World Order.
We shall prevail, ladies and gentlemen.
We're on the march, they're on the run.
And don't forget to hug your rifle. We'll see you next time.
The after show is commencing. Ugh, holy shit. Oh, going to hell for that. On your leave.
Yeah, hey,
Well,
blame it on me. Blame it on me.
One thing you don't have to be afraid of if you go to hell. You see a lot of our friends and enemies here.
Oh. That was just fucking stupid. I don't know, though. I personally think the MRAP idea is a good one.
Me too.
It's like giving it to all the goddamn cops. Start planting them every so far on the border down there. Take the treads off, making them permanent emplacements. You don't have to build anything, they're already built. Unless, of course, you want to like build a berm to raise them up.
That would be
Give them a
better
little
than-
more range.
Hey, it's raining.
Raindrops are falling up my ass. Cause that's cause I'm standing
Oh, my
on my
God.
head in a thunderstorm. Anyway,
How close is the main front of the storm?
hang on. We shall find out. Stand! Cooperate, do it my way. Radar with a radar. Use the rudder. Maybe I have to face back or some shit now. Doing this again. I got a 1-bar 4G. We get 2. That should increase it. Oh, fuck you! Look at him. He's already got it.
I'm on Daryl's Wi-Fi.
Well,
I never thought to do that.
I think most of it's going to go south of
I keep forgetting that the wireless stuff.
this.
You could have told me. You gotta remember, technologically, my knuckles still drag the ground. I'm kind of proud of that.
You're technologically talent challenged. Holy shit. I gotta drive home.
You ain't drunk. You might wish you were.
Ugh. Emily left already.
She probably couldn't handle this anymore. Amy, why'd you go? We didn't mean it.
Lori, are you still there, Sandy? Sandra?
I don't know if Sandy is there or not.